This is the How Is He podcast with Podge and Poppa, proudly sponsored by Ampifi. Power up your podcast. Let's kick it off.
Welcome to episode 62 of the How Is He podcast, joined as always by my co-host, Podge Poppa in the fantastic facility that is Ampifi Studios right here in the heart of Carlow Town. This week, Poppa, we will speak to a man who's nearly 50 years experience in soccer. He started playing in 1976. You were 10, were you? For his hometown team, Bagnestown. From there he went on to play with Paulstown, Bridge and Barrow Rovers, picking up plenty of trophies on the way before a back injury finished his playing days. From there he became a referee. He refed games at all levels of junior soccer, including FAI Junior Cup games and Oscar Traynor games. In 1993 he became worried about the number of referees in Carlow, which was at 7. So he took it upon himself to get the qualifications to be able to run a referee's course locally. By 1996 the number of referees went from 7 to 26. It was this year he retired from playing and became a full-time referee's observer and assessor, I presume. And as an observer, he had the honour of being the referee's observer for the FAI Junior Cup final. After spending 25 years as a referee's assessor, he joined the league executive committee and acted as referee's allocator, along with updating the FAI Connect and taking photos on a weekly basis. And on Friday night, just past at the award night, he received the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Carlow District League. A big welcome to Michael Walsh. Michael, Mick or Michael, what do you prefer?
Any of them, it doesn't matter.
I'd say you were called something that sounds like Mick, or rhymes with Mick anyway for when you're a referee. How are you?
All good, thank God.
Thanks for coming on. We do have questions on that for you, but before we get into them, Pop, I just want to talk a little bit about the fallout from last week's episode.
Yeah.
What do you think of the reaction?
Oh, sure. Well, the numbers are fantastic, but geez, the feedback I got from people that were friends of friends that I'm not friends with them on social media and just sent messages to say what an eye opener, and it's like what Conor Egan said. He's just speaking the law basically, but when Bernard spoke, it was the truth and it was from the heart, and it was a fantastic episode. And to hear Bernard's stories was brilliant. You know, like I know Bernard's brother Hossie very well. I grew up on the same street as him, and I know Bernard very well. So it was a close one for me as well to listen to him. But Jesus, it was magic, being honest. You know, to hear that side of it.
I think when you can talk about a topic without having any kind of insight or it being real to you, but when you speak to someone about a topic who's lived it, who understands it, who sees it, who's dealt with it, I think that's why you got the reaction it did, because it was so honest and raw.
Oh, it was brilliant.
And I want to thank the two lads coming on again, Conor and Burr. It struck a chord, be it positive or negative, whatever way it struck it, but it definitely struck a chord, and I think it's something we might go back to.
Sure.
In a few episodes.
Like you said last week, Podge, if you get one person out that helps, isn't it a massive success? You know, so it'd do no harm and only good if we could do another episode like that down the line. You know, and like I said, we will attend one of the speaks that Bernard does with Conor at in a venue, but we'll wait for that day to come. But
it'll be great for the league. Actually,
it'll be brilliant,
to get involved and maybe collaborate with them and try and roll it up, because it is a fantastic programme. But look, I definitely want to thank the listenership anyway, and the support and all the feedback has been, be it bad or good, is brilliant, because it's a topic that touches the nerve, and it's striking home, which is a good thing, right?
Look, it was a tough one for some people to take, but it's an honest one, and it's the one that strikes the heart and strikes home. So we'll roll with another one few weeks down the line. Brilliant.
Awards night Friday night, Papa, what do you think?
Oh, great night. Yeah, great night. Deserved winners on the night. Delighted for Callum to get the overall player of the year. He had a fantastic season. He was such an impact in the league, and I think I sort of said to you, Podge, that I would love to see Lord get an award, because he deserves an individual award, but the impact that Callum made, I was delighted that the league, I said it in the week 2 weeks previous, that they might give Lord another award because Callum got top goal scorer, but he had an impact on the team. And I bet you've had every defender, centre half from every single club he played against that marked him. You'd say, my God,
good player.
Like, he's huge and he's a good lad and he's honest and he's a proper finisher and he does an honest shift and he covers the ground. He doesn't mind doing the running. Like, it's not all about him. He's a team player. He deserved it, and I'm delighted for the chap. I was speaking to him Friday night briefly, but what a top guy, yeah. top guy.
You happy with the way it went, Mick? Friday night?
Oh, absolutely delighted with it. Like, there's a lot of organisation of it beforehand.
Good numbers, Mick, wasn't there?
Yeah, like Noel organises all the trophies and all, and orders all the stuff and all, and he's around the bend like for the last 3 or 4 weeks. But
But even the small thing of Brian going around with the boxes to give the boys for their trophy. Like down to a T. There's not much criticism you'll have of anything. Like if one thing you say, I said if someone, Matt Gibbons was trying to do, which is a new thing introduced, and Matt was going around when you were announcing the player who was getting the up and coming awards, or the award that was being he was doing the camera around, but he didn't know who the person was. So to have someone beside him that could say, "Oh, Matt, go down to this table down here. That's where the person is." That would be a help to the Carlow League to say, Michael Walsh is getting an award down here. Here's Michael. Put the camera on him there for 30 seconds. Let them have their spotlight, because people, you don't buy an award. The award is given on merit. So let them have his 35 or 40 seconds of fame, and just a small thing like that make it even sharper. But I thought it was a brilliant night. Absolutely brilliant night.
As I said outside there, Tees, in my time in the game, nearly 20 years, I've never been to one, and I just felt there was no stone left unturned. I thought the numbers were brilliant. The production was top class, lads. And Sir Brendan Hennessy, he's the best at it, isn't he?
Without a shadow of doubt, like Brendan flies through it. Like, Noel writes out all the stuff for him. He has it there in front of him. Brendan flies through it and puts his own bit of take on it as well. Like he'd be skidding you.
He's all the time skidding me. Yeah, we have great crack.
Picking Hanover to play for Ireland.
But
Brendan puts his own take on it, like, as well, which is good. And
but that's how good he is, though, Mick. He's able to do that, you know. And
he flies through it, like, and it takes the pressure off us as well. We don't lose a man doing that. Like Bernard was out of the country, unfortunately. He couldn't be there the other night, so we're down a man doing it, like, and it's not a one-man show.
No, you couldn't do it.
Everyone has to have their part in it, you know.
Come here, tell me about the process of picking player of the years and overall player of the years.
Player of the year or overall player of the year. First of all, you go through the referee's match card, right? The referee's match card on it has man of the match. The referees pick man of the match. In every game they do, they write down the man of the match on the match card. Now, that's not mine, is it?
Oh my God.
Turn it on silent.
Oh my God.
It off,
answer
that's someone saying, hey, did you get the cards? No. Did you bring the cards?
Are you still doing them two cunts?
That's Bernard Mullen, by the way.
Is it? Oh, you Bernard, show it for you, Bernard. No, we wanted that. Leave that.
We told him to do that.
No, but you get the match cards, you see who the man of the match are. Now, the only problem with that is, man of the match is usually, if a referee, we say, is in what he called a hurry to get home or whatever, and he's right man of the match on the card, 9 times out of 10, you're going to write the lad that scored 2 or 3 goals.
Yeah.
Oh, here, we give it to him. That's the only problem. Now, I myself attend a lot of games, as you know, with the camera, because I take the photograph and the lot. Noel is at games, Brian is at games, Keith is at games, Bernard is at games. You compile the whole lot, like.
Yeah.
And like, even with Callum Warfield getting it this year, like
is that a group of 5? Do you decide that?
Oh, it's not one, it's 5.
Yeah.
It's a complete team effort with everything. No one takes anything on as a single role. It's a complete team effort. It's brought up to the room. It's discussed in the room. If there's, say Mick Walsh gets it, Podge says Pop gets it, right? And there's 5 of us in the room, so it's 3-2.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So in fairness, with Callum this year, I mean, the goal he got against New Oak in St. Pat's
in the first league game,
that was something else.
He fed off. We said it the night, didn't we? I was doing that.
Absolutely brilliant. He's a class player, and without him, in my opinion, Pats wouldn't won the league.
He made a big difference.
He made a big difference, and like, to be fair, it was a 3-year plan that was ahead, and they delivered on the plan as well. And there's a big effort by coaches, all the coaches, managers, and players.
Yeah, but there's more than that. Like, so if you break it down, even down to the lowest division, Division 2, 3. The process is the same, right? It's the same process, and things like that. Yeah. So the one thing that stood out to me, Mick, at that awards event is it's inclusive of everyone. Like, it's not just recognition for a Callum or for a Dean Kelly or a Luke who got it. Congratulations to Luke and all the award winners. It's recognition for everyone. So the guy in the Division 2 of the youths, the chap from Vale, Bogdan, like, I'm sure other counties wouldn't recognise Do you know what I mean?
Exactly,
Wouldn't
yeah.
recognise everyone. Like, it's actually a fair event,
Oh yeah.
do you know, to put it on and give out whatever it was, 19, 20 trophies or 20 awards, whatever it was. Like, that is... And I was speaking to Noel before it, and he was nervous, and he told me he was nervous in the lobby in the Seven Oaks. That's why you're nervous. There's so much we point to this.
Yeah, this is it.
And he explained about the details, and like, I think he was there 3 times that day.
He was there the
setting it
day
up.
before.
And the day
He was
before,
there the
yeah.
night before.
Yeah.
He was there the morning of, and he was there at dinner time, and then he went that evening.
Yeah. Like,
And
it's
it's
a
all
lot.
trained. Like
People don't see that. As well.
when Brendan is reading out the awards, Noel has to pick him out and pick out the proper one.
Yeah.
Noel is there, the one handing it, and he has them laid out so well himself.
That
he knows
what's
where
what.
they are. He knows
Yeah.
what to go for. He
But
could do
this-
it blindfolded, like.
Yeah, but this is I won't say the argument, but this is the conversation that needs to be had. We said this to Brian. This is where, as an executive, you need full transparency so everyone can see the work that's going in. Because it's very easy to be negative against, not that the people are negative, but the portion that are negative, it's very easy for them to be so because they don't see what you do. And I know you all go to games, I know the work that goes in, and I say this every week, I wouldn't do your job for €1 million.
Yeah, but we're not in it for praise.
No, it's not. But no, it's not.
We're in
No.
it for soccer in Carlow.
And
No, but if
we
people,
all
if
are.
there is transparency, people will understand that the job that you actually do. Like,
Yeah.
it's very easy to be negative, and it's very hard to be positive, is what we'd say. And there's people who are always going to be negative. But when Brian came onto the show, what the Carlow League give to clubs,
Yeah.
people didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean,
But the more they know, the more it helps.
if you don't work as a unit,
Mm.
you know it's working.
I'd agree, yeah.
If you take one cog over cogwheel,
Yeah,
it jumps,
yeah.
it goes, the whole lot will go back checks.
Yeah.
No matter what we're doing, we do it as a unit. We're all in it together, so we fall together and stand together, and that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
We're a unit. No one is going around looking like, I don't go around and tell the country that I'm taking photos. I mean, putting the stuff into the match cards. I'm ringing referees. I'm ringing club secretaries.
Yeah.
I don't go around telling anyone that.
Yeah.
I just get on with it and do it.
But what I'm saying, there is a portion, like, I know you do that. I know from speaking to my own club secretary, the conversation that Aoife would have with the league and that, it's never ending. Like, it's a full-time job. But it's just looking in at these things for us all to go together.
Yes.
Everyone needs to know the
What's
balance, right, of who does what.
Correct, yeah.
You know.
And we all have our job to do. And we all
100%.
know how to do it. And if we run into trouble and need help, we go to the other lads. That's basically what it is. Like, I take the photos most Sundays. If I'm not around, Noel will take the camera. And he'll go take the photos. We want to get the photos of all the teams. You can see on the night when you're looking,
Or sure,
Yeah.
the amount of photos.
like
that are
the
nice.
amount of photos. Like, there are photos we take the whole year. And you know yourself, Podge, you're warming up below. And I said, Jez lads, can I get the photograph, you know?
Yeah.
And you don't like interfering with your warm up either,
course, yeah,
right?
yeah.
But the photograph only takes 20 seconds,
Yeah.
and it's nice to have it on the night.
Mm.
Nice to have the photographs on the night. And
Yeah.
everyone said the same, like, about the photographs. That they're lovely, the photographs there.
Which, if you looked around in the room, everybody was.
Yeah, they're all
Glued to it.
looking
Yeah, it
for
was-
themselves.
yeah, looking for themselves,
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it. Yeah,
You're
I had
spot
one of
on.
me, but
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
talking to giving out to referee or something. I think.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what they
think-
were doing,
I
looking
don't
for
think
themselves.
that's-
you
I don't
know.
know. I don't know. I wouldn't.
You know, it's not easy like what we do either. It's like the groundsman at the grounds. They're the lads I have most time for. Because the lad you'll have most communication with is the lad that's putting up the nets and marking the pitch. He's the first lad you'll meet when you go to the ground. Always. And he'll always say, no matter what happens, even when I was refereeing, he'll always say good luck to you. Always said it. He's the first lad and last lad you'll meet at the ground. Like, I have great time for lads on the ground. Great time. Like, you start there and move up. You can't start at the players and move down. You have to start on the bottom.
Well, the bigger your bottom base is, especially in a club,
Yeah,
the stronger you're going to be at the top.
exactly.
I always go with the whole pyramid thing.
And we have nothing but praise for the lads at the bottom. We've nothing but praise for the coaches, and we've nothing but praise for the managers. It's the same as people were questioning why we were why we weren't building our own pitch in 2008.
You don't have to say people. We questioned it.
Yeah, yeah. But in 2008 or whatever, when they had a few bob there, they were thinking about it. But to do is you would put the clubs in that.
Yeah.
So they decided, and all decided with the committee they had that time, that the easiest way is give grants to clubs things they're doing.
But that's genius.
And we're
That is
after giving
genius,
out grants like the people wouldn't know about, grants for clubs with the all-weather pitches, for railings around the pitch or whatever, and whoever comes to us and says, look, can you give us a dig out?
Yeah.
We give them a dig out.
Yeah.
That's their money, it's not ours.
Yeah.
But if we had to do it the other way, you wouldn't be able to develop your own facilities because you'd be paying for ours.
Yeah.
And you mightn't get to use it even,
Yeah.
to be fair.
Yeah.
No, that makes that. Do you know what it is? When we had that conversation, we spoke about that before we had Brian on, right? Didn't we? Because we look at Kilkenny to have Dermodis and Waterford have their league grounds and all that crack. But I actually prefer what you're doing because it's allowing clubs to grow.
Correct.
You're sprinkling the clubs with with the finances to build success. No, success isn't Badger Brennan lifting the Premier title or Gavin Down lifting the Leinster title. Success is
Providing the facilities.
providing facilities and clubs going. Clubs not stopping, clubs going. So you have clubs going for 50 years, 30 years, 40 years. That's where success is.
Yeah.
And I think that the idea that you have in relation to finances and grants is fantastic. 100%.
That's the way, and every club in the league will get a grant.
Yeah.
Whenever they have come and they come to us and they say, we're doing this with the pitch, we're doing that with the pitch, can you help us out? We'll help them out. That's what we're there for. No, we don't throw away money either. No,
Oh, no, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll help them all out, like.
Any chance of a podcast grant?
Yeah, absolutely. Get a hurry.
Edit, cut that out.
Goodbye.
Come here. Let's go back to your refereeing days, Mick. So you finished up playing. What age were you?
I was finished playing. What happened was I always had a baddish back, right? And I only started playing soccer by mistake.
Go on.
We're in the school and you'd know the son now, but John Dollard was the teacher. He played with Ampifi. His son played with Stretford. He broke his leg 3 times.
Kieran Dollard, was it?
Correct.
Take
Kieran
a Pats,
Dollard,
right? As well.
Good player.
Yeah.
It was the first school game came, a soccer game came. And John Dollard, of course, looked for soccer players and that, and they were stuck, and I went. I played the football and all. I played county football, the whole lot. But I went with him, and he put me on up front. Sure, it was useless. Right? And took it off. But anyway, Podge Driscoll, I'll never forget it. Podge Driscoll came to me around the end of October, November, and he says, we're stuck Saturday in Kilkenny. We're playing Peak Villa at Thurles. Remember Peak Villa at Thurles?
Yeah. Still going, right?
And he says, would you come just for the day, just to do it? And I said, yeah, I no problem at all. I said, I'll go, but you may collect me. I have no way of doing that, at the time. So I went anyway, and I came on a sub with about half an hour to go, a sweeper. And I never lost my place after that.
Sweeper.
Yeah, that's where I played all my life. Sweeper or right back. All my
See
life.
the game in front of you.
Yeah, sweeper. I have to be facing the ball.
Sweeper roll, Podge.
Yeah.
Said it many times.
Magnus one are famous for it.
Yeah, it has to be paced, and I had a bit of pace as well. But I played up along, and I hurt at the back, and I had a decision to make, and I wasn't married that long either.
Right, okay.
And, you have to be written in the books, like, no good when you're at home, lying on your back.
For sure.
And I decided here, sure, I want to stay involved in the game, and I said I'd go refereeing. And I decided I took up the refereeing anyway. I'd done the course. I think I'd done the course in Bunclody. I'm not sure, but I'd done the course anyway, and we had Bertie Kerwin that time, Lord of Mercy on him, and poor Paddy Kelly, Lord of Mercy on him. And
Red Paddy.
Paddy was a gentleman.
Yeah.
Good ref as well.
Paddy was a gentleman.
Lovely man.
Paddy wouldn't get away today with what he was doing in your refereeing years ago. Because if there was a row, Paddy Gwynn pull you out.
Oh, yeah.
Paddy Gwynn actually physically pull you out,
Yeah.
Well, he was a brilliant referee. Paddy done 3 Oscar Traynor finals.
Did he?
Yeah. God, he did.
Gee, he refed a long time as well. He was refing when he was playing.
It was, yeah.
He was taken too early, God rest him.
Yeah.
He was a lovely fella. He had the joke the time he was going on holidays. I met him in the airport. We were going out as well. We met him in the airport, and he was going around like it's called the cat around. And I said, what's wrong with you, Paddy? I think I put on a stew before I came out, and I never turned it off.
Gas man, wasn't he?
Oh, he was a gas man. Like.
I remember the day he got buried. Yes, there was a recording of him singing Grace in the Workman's Club.
Yeah.
And that was his song when he was the coffin being carried out to the hearse.
Yeah.
Never forget as long as
he sang it for the
I was
daughter.
playing like a baby at the back of the church.
Yeah,
because I know Finton, and Grace would have been a great friend of my sister.
Yeah.
And I know Finton very well. Yeah.
Oh, he was
terrible. Lovely man.
He was a lovely man. He was great now with the play. Yourself and Paddy were marking another in football one day. Of course, the two of us referees in
Fine
soccer.
footballer too, wasn't he?
Paddy played with the Blues. He was a talented player now as well. A nice lad now, granted. But anyway, to get back to the refereeing then, I took up the refereeing and I loved it. I stayed playing the GAA for a couple of years. And then I gave that up. And then around the time that I said, we're down to 7 here. And I went to the league. Noel was there. And I said,
when you say 7, how many teams is involved in the league then?
we had 4
Like,
divisions.
many
that
divisions.
time.
How did that work with 7 referees?
We were doubling up.
You were doing morning and
We were
afternoon.
doing doubling up, yeah.
Like, there was no Friday, Saturday games either, wasn't there? It was all
All
On
on
Sunday.
a
Saturday,
Sunday.
the youths were Saturday.
Oh, the
all
youths were
right,
Saturday.
Yeah. But we were doubling up. Then the games weren't done every week. But I went to the league and I said, and that time you had to have permission from the league. The league had to put you forward.
Yeah.
And I said, look, lads, I was secretary of the branch at the time. I said, this isn't not going to work. I said, we've 7 referees. The league is going to just collapse like
Yeah.
no referees. And said, I want to go as an observer, do the course and gain referees. And it was big blank no. So that means we've only 6 referees then. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I done a deal with him then. I said, right, you put me forward. I'll do the course. I'll stay a refereeing till I get in the referees, which I could do. And I went up to Dublin. I done 8 weeks. Now this is why it bugs me where lads are always shouting in, you're only in it for the money. I drove up to the airport hotel in Dublin Saturday and Sunday for 8 weeks. For nothing.
Yeah.
From my own pocket to do the course. When I finished that, I went to City West for 6 weeks to do the tutor course so as I could teach the laws of the game and get in the referees. I continued refereeing then for the next season and a half, but in the meantime, I could teach the referees. And at the end of every season, I'd send it out with, look, at one of the courses I had 16 at it. Now, you'd never get to keep them all anyway, you know.
No.
And we
Talk
got
to me
eight
about
referees.
selling it, Mick. Talk to me about how do you... So you get the course, you get the qualifications, you can go teach new referees. How are you selling that to get referees into courses?
Well, basically what was happening was you had... We say Pop came to the end of his career. Right, and I'd know like the sender, I'd say, would you be interested in going referee and staying in it?
Yeah.
No, like a Phil Neenan job where Phil came in gradually. Best way to do it. Just taper yourself in. Then he knew, got the feel for it. Now he's like, no bother to him at all.
He's a cool customer.
Oh, daddy cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, daddy cool. Like we're lucky with
I know him all his life and he's like that, Mick.
Yeah, we're lucky with referees and lads don't realise it. The amount of outside games we've done this year, no other branch in Ireland can compare to it. The amount of finals we've done. We've done Oscar Traynor finals, I think 7 altogether. And Paddy Kelly done 3 on his own. Mick Murphy done 1. That's sure Mick Monaghan. We done LFA finals, 2 or 3. We done the women's final. We've done the FAI Junior semi-finals.
How do you get selected for them?
What they do is the lads in Dublin, that's over these, will look at the reports. When I go look at a referee, I fill out a report. You give them a mark. The mark is actually supposed to be 0-9.
This is as an assessor, right?
Yeah, as an assessor.
0-9?
Yeah, it's 0-9. That's the way it's done. It's actually 0-9. And the highest mark you can give as a junior referee is 8.5.
You can't give them 9s.
Never be perfect.
No, because they don't want you to be perfect because you should be refereeing League
That's
of
why you
Ireland.
won't referee, but
No, you wouldn't know what card
You wouldn't need a whistle anyway, do you?
No, but you send all. I send all the reports to Dublin. You have to do it on the computer. Like I wasn't doing nothing. I was on the computer every week doing the reports. Go look at the referee.
were you saying 9, Mick? Is it 9 different things, boxes you tick? And you say you got 7 of them right, but 2 you didn't get right. Is it simple as that?
No, what you do is you go. There's what you call application of the laws of the game.
Right.
Knowledge of the laws of the game, fitness, dress.
Position, maybe?
Position. Well, that's all part of fitness because when you go into the fitness one is if you're not covering enough of ground, I just put it down that you're not using box to box, that you're running in a straight line. You're supposed to go from corner flag to corner flag where you have division. The worst thing you can do most of the time is be too close to the player. You need to be far away from it. Too close is the worst thing you can happen.
Yeah.
You miss something. You'll definitely miss
When
something
you
you're
say too close to play, do you mean too close to the ball?
Yes, correct. Too close to the ball. You mark all them down, like in their application of the laws of the games, how they show a yellow card. Like if you have 5 lads, you're standing in the middle of 5 lads in the park, for you to do the job properly, to yellow card Podge, we say, I have to know standing on the line that you yellow card a Podge. The only way I'm going to know it is if you isolate Podge
And give him the card.
Don't give him the yellow card in the group of 5
because
lads.
no one knows who got it, because then you have a Jesus ref, she yellow carded him already.
That happens, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
It does happen.
That's it. That's all.
But the player doesn't know either. So he might go for a tackle later on in the game and say, sure, he wasn't booked.
Exactly.
You were.
Exactly.
Do you know?
Exactly, because some of your referees just flash the card and get away and gone.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, but all these and all the reports go to Dublin. I send the reports to Dublin. They're done in Dublin. They look at them, they say, Carlow's getting good reports of what. So they ring me then that time and they say, Mick, give me 3 officials first. We say quarter final.
Mm.
And now when we're at quarter final stage, you're talking an outside observer.
Yeah.
And he observes them. So if they get the high mark, then they're going to get another game.
Is that is that outside observer from another league, or is he FAI?
Oh no, all the observers are employed by the FAI, not the
Okay.
leagues.
Okay.
So he's from the observer will not have anything got to do with either the leagues or there.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
He has to be neutral. That's how I ended up observing the FAI Junior Cup final.
You're a different league.
Because the teams originally they put an observer on it from Clare, but the referee was from Clare.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And believe it or not,
it's the officials. You can't be from the same county as the
Correct.
referees and the players, or the clubs say.
yeah. And believe it or not, was one of the teams objected to the observer.
Go ahead.
One of the teams objected to
Why
the
would they be
observer.
worried about the teams? You're not there to observe them. You're there to observe the referee.
Because they're probably afraid that if there was a big boo-boo made in the match.
Oh, that the
FAI
observer
would
would have an influence on the ref.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how I got
Do you
it.
know when you were doing the whole observer thing fascinates me, right? Because
It's coaching.
yeah, but do you arrive unannounced at games?
No.
Like if Papa's reffing a game, do you say to him, Papa, I'm doing it tomorrow?
No.
You just go there.
You have to introduce yourself before the game.
And you've done Carlow, right?
Yeah.
So you've done how many years? You're at that a long time.
Oh, is that 25 years?
Yeah, because when I got involved in it, I knew you as the prick who done. I'm only joking. I know you as the man who
it
done
was
the,
that as well, yeah.
Oh, I know he is the guy who just done the observing, because I never forget it was involved the Vale.
Yeah.
And Mick Salter was down to ref a match, and the pitch was brutal. And he rang you.
Yeah.
And he came down and he wouldn't call off the game. And I said, how was he not calling off the match?
Yeah, the reason why, if he rang me, the exact words I would say to him, and I would say it in the morning, how do I know how bad the pitch is if I'm sitting in my own sitting room?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, you were, no, but...
So he thought the pitch was unplayable and you overruled him, was it?
No, I wouldn't overrule anyone. I can't overrule a referee when you're observing. You can't overrule him. Observing is like coaching. It's like you telling me when there's a free kick in the right hand side of the box, you stand in there on the left hand side.
Right,
If I don't stand on the left hand side, you liaise me after the game and tell me. But we can't even do that. You just go in and you pick out 3 points, you give them to him, tell him to work on them.
Yeah.
You come back the next day, and if he hasn't worked on them, you're wasting your time.
How do referees take feedback?
Most of them don't mind now, to be fair. They're happy enough with it. Most of them want the feedback. They want to know what way they're doing. You'll always get one.
Yeah, of
You'll
course.
always get one. You know, that's
Well, you're going to have petulance everywhere, right?
Yeah.
You know, you'll
always get one.
Who's the current? Seamus Ivers the current?
James took it up. Jim took it up. Jim only done it for a year.
I told us, sure, he had the paperwork. Remember, he told us.
Yeah, but this is it, Podge.
He
They didn't
had the
realise what's involved in that.
Yeah.
Everyone thought it was just stand on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even today, now it doesn't matter what match I go to. If a referee makes a mistake, they're up the line like a bullet to me. I get hit.
Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah.
My fault, like. How?
You did the line in the practice here, didn't you?
Yeah,
Who was that?
I was actually looking at a YouTube video just to show. It was so funny, but a lad went over to the line. The ball was out near the line, and there was no one near him, right? And he ran over and he looked to see who was going to pass the ball. And what he done was he stood up on the ball, and he pushed himself and he hopped himself off the barrier, and the roar from the crowd was, for Jesus' sake, ref. That's how wound up people are.
Yeah.
You know?
Tell me, what's the most common error you'd see a referee make as an assessor?
The most common error, and it was I never liked it, is you do not get involved in verbals with the players. If you're given a free kick, your job is not to explain to them what the free kick is for.
Is it not a captain's right to ask that?
The captain has the right, but every player will ask it, Pop.
Yeah.
Every player will ask it. What's that for? What's this for? You get involved with him, you're losing the game because you're there arguing with him. It's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Well, if you put down the ball, get out of there, he'd be arguing with himself.
Yeah. So you're saying the best referee is a quiet referee?
Not necessarily the quiet one, but the best one is you have to be deaf. There's no point in saying it. You have to be deaf. There's a lot of things. But when they get personal, that's where the problem is. They're getting too personal, some people.
Yeah.
They get too personal. And it's not fair for any man. I mean, you don't roar in at your player if he makes a mistake. You don't roar in the verbals that you roar in at a referee if he made a mistake. Understand me?
Yeah.
But the player will tell you to go take off the jersey.
But what happens there then is, right, and I've seen it, and I've probably been one of the antagonists, I'm not going to lie to you. So when you have a go at a referee,
yeah,
and he goes back at you, all of a sudden then you're taking offence by what he's saying, and it escalates to a point where you actually forget what you're giving out to him.
Correct.
And it becomes a game of back and forth, and you're just like, lads.
You lose your train of thought.
Because you forget the referee is human as well.
Yeah.
So if you're walking down the street and someone called you something or said something to you or whatever it is, you're going to have an argument. So why don't you expect this? Like, it's going to be the same with referees, normal. Like.
Exactly.
But when the deaf referee comment is interesting, right? Because that's where, say, a manager's or coach's back gets up when it becomes like I've often heard comments, say from linesmen around now, right? Yeah. I've often heard comments from the linesmen, you're not even involved in the team, sit down. Like the comment I got today at the 35s final versus Pats from the linesman, and
but
like,
I'm going to go across you there.
Oh, you're more welcome.
I was there. The comment was made from the linesman to you. It wasn't made to you. It was made to the lad that's standing beside you, because he's the lad made the comment to the linesman, and I heard him.
No, you're wrong.
No, 100% right. He's the one made, and I could tell you what he called him. And it wasn't nice, and that's why he turned around. Wasn't you who made it?
No, I didn't make any comment.
It wasn't you who made it.
He definitely directed his
I don't know, maybe he taught you. No, but what I'm saying to you is, right?
Yeah.
I agree 100% with you. He shouldn't have done what he done, right? But the other side of the coin is they're all human as well.
That's what I'm trying to get across.
Calling them C's and B's and blind and this, they're going to react at some stage.
So here's where I am. From a coaching perspective, if you're seeing referees react like that, it's very hard to give them feedback because it's off their reaction of getting abuse. So it's very hard coach tell someone. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
100%. It's like giving out to a child for putting out a fire.
Yeah.
Why did you put that fire? Should have been in that room. But she put the fire, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know, it's very hard.
No, I agree, but they have to learn. They're going to have to learn that if they want a reaction, they're going to have to either call the referee, tell the referee, like, I'm not listening to this anymore in the line. He goes to this home secretary or something, you may quite the lad over there.
Yeah.
But like, as I said, in your case, and it happens week in, week out, that's why I don't want referees reacting to the line, because you don't know who said it.
Yeah.
You're not 100% sure who said it. But the reason I know who said it that day was because I was closer to it than he was.
Well, I actually can't. I can't even remember. I genuinely can't.
You were fuming. You come over to me after the game and said it to me.
Yeah, but I remember the decision. Decision was wrong anyway for a start, right? That's fine.
Was there a red card involved? No.
Afters, yeah. Ross got red after, yeah. But that's fine. But Ross deserved the Regs, kicked away the ball. That's red card offence.
Was the ball going out for a throw or something? Was it?
It wasn't out.
You said it wasn't out, yeah.
Oh well. It wasn't. There's no.
In fairness to the referee, if you go back to the incident, what happened was the ball got caught at his legs, if you remember.
100%, yeah.
Right? So he was jumping out of the way.
Yeah.
So he didn't actually know where the ball was.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to get out. Do you know the one where
Yeah.
it's under your legs?
Yeah.
I remember it was 10
Yeah,
yards, 15.
yeah.
But that's, I'm not trying to, I didn't bring that up for that comment.
No.
Because I am super interested in the assessor thing and how you coach referees. And I actually had a conversation with Seamus the night you went down to Ballymurphy, remember, doing a bit of coaching for them. And I was asking him about the VEO. Like, where are you in relation to using that as feedback or coaching sessions? Or, like, is the visual not better for referee to see, do you think?
I just give you a couple of instances, right?
Yeah.
And before I do, I'm telling you now that we are going to use video evidence.
Oh, go ahead.
Right. The problem up to now was, I can't name the club in this one, right? I can't. We got a complaint against a referee that a player got hurted and he wouldn't stop the game.
I'd have a fair guess of what it is.
Right? He wouldn't stop the game. The video was sent to us. The video started with the ball here outside the box. The ball went into the box. The two players went to head the ball, one out and one in. The ball, the defender got the ball, but the two heads clashed. Right?
That's an automatic stoppage though, is it?
Right. No, wait now. Right? Now, bear in mind, this is all in the one incident, right? The ball is headed out. The two heads clash. The two boys go down, and the video stopped.
Oh, go away.
This is a conspiracy theory, this is. I'm
Yeah,
telling
yeah,
you.
yeah.
The video stopped.
Oh, go away.
Right?
Nothing after that.
It didn't show. And they said that the referee didn't stop the game, right?
But they couldn't prove it.
No, this is what they wrote in the video didn't, that they didn't stop, the referee didn't stop the game. No, the referee was quite upset over this. I got my hands on the full video. The ball was headed out, just outside the box where the referee was standing, and he blew the whistle straight away.
So are we in set-up territory here?
No,
like, do you know what I mean?
No. What I'm saying to you is, if we're going to use video evidence, if we use video evidence, and I said it at the meeting with the managers and the coaches, it will be the whole video.
Yeah, but from a referee's perspective, I think rather than trying to pick spots in the game from fouls or as the game wasn't stopped, for referees' feedback, it's brilliant.
Yeah, but they do the modules now. We do modules, 3 of them every year, and on the modules you get 6 incidents happening in internationals, and you have to write down what you do.
Yeah,
they're all videos.
Yeah.
On the yoke of what happened. And unbelievable.
I don't know as part of it be like since years ago.
Yeah.
You get shown a 7-second clip and you're asked foul, if so yellow card or red card.
Yes.
No foul.
That's it. That's exactly
or what happened. And you get about 7 seconds.
And that's all you get, and it does not play it back to you.
You know. So
you're on the field.
So they're making it
back. And you see yourself with VAR. It's taking them up to 12 minutes with some teams.
Yeah.
That's a joke. It should be called SPR.
And have to make a split decision next Sunday on the park.
Yeah.
You know?
What'd you say?
I said it should be called SPR, not VAR.
No, in fairness, our lads.
So are you going to supply your own VAR for games?
No, but
so you use the clubs to have it.
If the clubs can video the games now and use video evidence.
Yeah.
Right. Basically.
So can you use that? Say, for example, so we're in the process of getting it, right? So if we had an incident at the end of, say, the St. Pat's game, our last game of the season, St. Pat's have the VO on the sideline.
Yeah.
But we complain of an incident.
Yeah.
But we don't have the video evidence.
Yeah.
But Pats do. They don't have to release it, do they?
You have to request it first of all.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to go through the proper procedure.
You have to request it.
Do you have to have your own VO, is what I'm saying?
No, but by right,
even though the game is being recorded,
all I'm saying
we didn't record it, you recorded it.
Yeah, no,
but do you
if
understand
you
my
come
question?
into us making a complaint about something and you said you have the video evidence, you know you're coming in.
Yeah, but we don't, is what I'm saying. But there is video evidence.
No, but I'm just saying, if you come in, you know he's coming in and handing us a 20-second video.
Yeah, exactly.
We want the whole game so the timeline is here.
Yeah, 100% agree with you.
Yeah, I guess
there's no question. It'd have to.
Otherwise, no.
Will you use it for disciplinary procedures?
Yes, if we have to. It's actually, Noel was telling me there was an incident there in Leinster where a referee, they were suspending a referee for 12 months for hitting a player.
Where?
I seen one a few weeks ago in the GA ground.
And they got the video evidence.
Yeah.
And you never touched them.
Go ahead.
Well, there's
So
a
it
video
works-
of one.
Works both
Well,
ways.
There's a video
yeah.
of one recently, and there's a poor chap got a dirty kick on the ground from another player.
Yeah.
Now, everybody know who it is, but I'm not going to mention names or
Yeah,
clubs.
yeah, I know,
but
yeah.
the player got a 48-week ban.
Wow.
He could have took the chap's eye out. It was a dirty blow.
No, that's what you be using.
You know, but that's what they used it for. They had to go back with the video evidence, and the clip is from, I'd say, 35 to 45 seconds long, maybe, something like that. It's not the whole game. No, I'd say they could have got the whole game, but they just wanted the incident. So where the ball was thrown up or whatever.
like if you, I'm not being technical about anything here, but if you went to a court of law, they wouldn't take a 20-second video.
no,
They'd want
exactly,
the whole lot,
yeah,
where
yeah.
they can analyse is there is 2 seconds taken out here and 2 seconds taken out there, you know.
Yeah. No, what I think has to happen in relation to the video, your question, Papa, going back to what you say,
Do you understand what
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So what has to happen there is, Mick, what's stored your phone, eh? So what has to happen there is, when a club signs up for the new season, it has to be in the registration that video footage can be used and can be requested and can't be denied if games are recorded.
It's past at the AGM.
That's already passed. Sure, mate. Listen, sure, you're ahead of me, lads. But you know what I'm saying to you?
It's
So
the same as. Yeah, I'm not picking on you here now. I don't think I am.
Don't, because that door will be locked,
I'm
mate.
just correcting. I don't mind. I can look after myself. It's the same as you were saying about getting. Should be doing training or bringing coaches or going through it. I do it every year. Every year I bring in the manager. If they don't come in, it's not my fault. Manager
Yeah.
or coaches.
Yeah.
I go through the laws of the game. I give them questions. You probably know the one last year because I know the Badger went
Yeah,
down
he did,
with
yeah.
the sheet.
Yeah.
And there's 2 questions. There'll always be 2 questions on it that I know you're not going to answer. Just to show you that you don't know that. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You'll always get them. If I don't give you them, you'll think you're a genius going out that you can answer 10
No,
questions.
but see, I don't think that any coach or manager cares about the laws of the game.
No, sure they don't. They've their own laws and that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're going to do whatever they have to do to win games. They
Correct.
don't care.
Correct. Same as lad diving in the box.
100%.
Keep doing it. And keep doing it as long as he gets away with it.
Yeah.
Keep doing it.
Good to hear that's passed actually, that video thing, because that
Makes it better, I think.
Yeah, but if it is being used, it has to be used across the board. It can't just be when clubs want it to be used.
No.
Do you know what I mean? The league have to manage it. Even though the clubs are recording, the league has to be managed at an executive level. Do you understand me? So that if a Hanover Hearts request, can you watch back that match there? This incident happened. Or the referee done this one, or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? And then the league can go, give us that match there.
We had another one a couple of years ago where the referee was about to blow the final whistle. And just and he put in the whistle to his mouth to blow the final whistle, your man was tucked down in the box. It's in the laws of the game. It's as clear as plain as day.
Penalty.
You have to allow time for the penalty to be taken.
What do you do? Blow the game up?
He was blowing the final whistle. At the time he was blowing the final whistle, your man was tucked down. The law is clear. You have to allow the time for the penalty to be taken.
Yeah.
So if you take the penalty, and it hits the crossbar, comes out, game over.
Right.
Keeper saves it, game over. Goes into the net, game over. Goes wide, game over. In this case, what happened was your man took the penalty. The ball hit the upright, came back to him, and he stuck it in the net. Referee blew the final whistle and said, "No goal."
Oh, so it's one action is from him. Is that his ball being struck first and
but
once only? That's it.
Listen to what I'm telling you. The ball hit the post, came back to the kicker. He stuck it in the net.
Yeah.
Right? Referee said, game over, no goal. Right? They went on social media. They lambasted him. That he should be tied against the post and whipped to death. These are things we're put on it.
Yeah.
Got the phone call from the manager that night. I wasn't at the game. Said, explain the incident to me. He explained the incident to me and I said, sure, regardless, sure, you can't play the ball after coming back off the post unless the keeper got his hand to it. So it wouldn't count anyway.
So if it hits the post and comes back to the player, it's dead. If the goalkeeper pushes it onto the post, puts it back in the back of the net.
This is if it's the last action of the game or a half. Yeah, it's dead.
It's dead.
I did know that, no.
No, but you're missing the point here as well. By the penalty kicker taking the penalty and the ball hits the post, not the keeper's gone the other way.
Yeah.
Back to him.
Yeah, he can't.
So it can't come back to him. But he can't score it.
No, he can't play it twice.
Yeah, he can't play it twice.
He did in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the avenue they used then was, you were one again. You do what you have to win.
Yeah.
They blame the referee that he should have allowed the goal because of the time.
Yeah.
And when the manager rang me that night, and the stuff was up on the social media, I explained to him. I said, "Look, without even going any further, you can't give the goal if the ball hit the bar and came back.
The same
he
player.
can't touch the
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
That's for everybody knows.
Direct
That
free kick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all you hear. Oh, all wrong then. But too late. The referee is lambasted on social media.
In normal play, though, if a player takes penalty, hits the post, and it comes back and he puts it away, it's a goal, right?
No,
No, you
Is
can't
it
do
not?
that.
no, it's not.
No, you
In
can't.
normal play.
No, it's
Are you sure
not.
you're qualified, bud?
What about Alonso in the Champions League final?
No,
Penalty hit, or the keeper saved that, did he?
Yeah.
people got his fingertips to it.
Right, okay. I'll note that
I'm
one.
looking Jimmy Grimble here beside me.
I
Look.
note that. You didn't know that either.
I did
No,
know
it's
it.
the same as if you give a free kick just outside the box.
Anyway, I don't miss penalties. That's all I want.
You do. You missed one last year.
I didn't.
If you give
And I
Pop a
did.
free kick outside the box and he turns around, you're in the goal.
Oh, yeah, and it hits the post and comes back to him.
No. If I give him a free kick outside the box
Yeah.
and he plays it back to you in the goal and you're talking to Badger on the line, we'll say, right? And the ball is going into the net. And your full back dives over with his hand and stops the ball going into the net. What is it?
Corner. What is it?
It's a penalty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if he stops it from going over the line.
He stops
with his
it
hand.
from
Yeah,
going
yeah.
into the goal. Is it
Yeah,
a red
yeah.
card?
Yeah.
For what?
It's a handball.
No.
It definitely is a red card.
No.
Is
Why
it not?
No.
How is it not a red
You
card?
see, this is the problem we have, referees as a referee.
Anyway, who passed the ball back from free kick the whole way back to the goalkeeper?
Oh, it happens. It
No,
happens.
is it-
Outside your own box.
Is
Just
he not
outside your own box.
denying a goal scoring opportunity by handling the ball on the line?
You can't score against yourself, Podge.
Oh, it was your own goals.
You can't score
From dead
against
balls.
yourself from a dead ball.
Can you not?
No.
So if a keeper puts a ball down the 6-yard box and drives it to his own goal, what is it, a corner?
Correct.
That's what he was thinking, you see. That's what he was thinking.
But you were sending the lad off. It's too late thinking about
Yeah,
that.
he's gone. That's on social media. I'm in trouble.
You are.
But
yeah.
do that.
It's just a yellow and a penalty then.
It's a yellow and a penalty. It's a yellow for the handball and it's a penalty. But like these are the things that the people don't know.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that cause all the problems. And then they roar in that the Carlow League don't want us to win, that's why we didn't get to go. This is sickening. Every week you hear this. The Carlow League, we don't give a rat's who wins what.
Yeah.
Only if it's an outside competition, naturally enough, we're going to shout for the team.
Of course,
whether,
yeah.
whether it be Hanover's, Pats, whoever.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
You walk, and even we go shout for them.
Yeah. But it's when you hold the keys to the rule book, right, and you know the rule book inside and out, like you're going to get an image where lads are like, oh, sure, he thinks he knows everything. Instead of lads just actually saying, do you know what, he actually doesn't know everything. Let's just move on with life. Do you know what I mean, though?
No, I always say that at a meeting. When you go into a meeting as well, you're wondering what happens at a meeting, a referee's meeting. When you go into a referee's meeting, the first question I always asked as an observer was, had anyone any trouble at the weekend? So you talk through the incident. Talk through it. You ask other referees what they would do in this situation, and you give them the answer. Now, if I don't know the answer, I won't give them the wrong answer. I'll find out.
Yeah.
I'll go find out.
Yeah.
You know. And as I say then, we heard you were talking about this at a meeting. But we have to be talking about them. We have to be talking about incidents that happen in games.
Yeah.
That's what you're there for, the correct?
But how would lads even hear about it if it was a meeting, though?
To hear about it before you get outside the door.
That's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
The 25 years as, like, how has it changed in the last 25 years, the rules and refereeing? Like, it must be a different game altogether.
Oh, it's completely different. Completely different. I don't know whether you even noticed it or not, but you don't see too many sliding tackles in soccer now.
No, rare.
When you look at it, they're rare.
They are rare, yeah.
They're very, very rare. Whether it's to do with the all-weather pitches or what, I don't know. I think the offside rule is ridiculous.
Absolutely, I'm delighted you said that.
Absolutely.
Talk to me. Why is it ridiculous?
Ridiculous, because referees, what happens is the ball is played in over the top on the right. I'm standing 10 yards offside.
Yeah.
The referee can't blow the whistle until I go towards the ball.
Yeah,
Silly,
that is
isn't it?
ridiculous.
And then what happens is, you're only blowing it because Pop roared in, he's offside.
Yeah.
You have to wait. You seen your man getting hurt in the Premier game over having to let on the offside, waiting for the VAR.
But why doesn't common sense prevail in them? Like, if if the ball's put into a striker and he's 10 yards offside, he was in 5 yards of the ball, but he hasn't gone near the ball. No, he's offside, lads. Like, the common sense should prevail where he's just like, no, he's off.
But it's just not, but unfortunately, it's not common sense. It's the laws of the game you work under.
Yeah,
and I'm the same as you. I'm in agreement with you on this one. I would go handball is handball. I'd go back to the old rule.
What's the old rule in handballs?
Whether it's intentional or not. Now it doesn't matter if you hit your hand and you put it in the net. Scold disallowed. You can't. Whoever puts the ball in the net, you can't hit your hand.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like a ball could come up off your knee and barely touch you on the hand. You have to disallow the goal.
Is there something about where your hands are placed or something like that?
Not in that situation.
No.
Not in that situation. Not when a goal is scored.
Not when a goal is scored. It's
Not when
disallowed
a
no
goal
matter
is
what,
scored.
yeah.
The other one is
What is it?
above shoulders.
Yeah.
Above shoulders. Handball. It doesn't matter what. Above shoulders, a handball. Out. Making yourself bigger, basically.
Yeah.
You know. But then it's hard for referees. It happens like that.
Yeah.
And the lad will pull back the hand straight away after handling it. He knows what he's doing half the time. You know?
It's very... See, the thing about what is, Mick, it's very easy to spot a mistake from a referee.
Of course, yeah.
You know, it sticks out like a sore thumb. Especially if it's a referee that doesn't make many of them. So you could have a referee that might be brilliant for 7 games and then go into his 8th game and make a terrible mistake, and he'll just get painted as that referee had done that day, and the last 7 perfect games he's had would be swept under the carpet.
Correct. You don't even have to go that way. Go to 1 game.
Yeah.
If you give 4 penalties and don't give the 5th,
yeah.
we won't talk about the 4 you gave. We'll talk about the 5th you didn't.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper and the referee are the two that are most vulnerable on the pitch.
Why do you say that?
Because the goalkeeper, the whole world is looking at him. And the whole world is looking at the referee, what he does.
I think that's changed a bit because of social media and things like that.
And the goalkeeper?
I think everyone is vulnerable now.
I don't know. Like, I mean, you as a coach, both of you as a coach, if one of your player makes a mistake, you say, hard look, go again, blah, blah, blah. Referee makes a mistake, he's on his own.
Yeah.
He's on his own. Like, they're human. And the lads, in fairness to the lads, I don't care what anyone says about them, they couldn't be more obliging covering games or anything for me when lads get hurted. I ended up doing the line in Hanover.
That's
the morning.
right, yeah.
I didn't want
This
to be
year,
there
just
for
last
that.
year.
Yeah, I
The
did.
poor chap buried his mother or something, was it?
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
Dunnigan, was it?
Yeah. And like it was just an emergency. And I
Did
said,
you enjoy it?
Huh?
Did you enjoy it?
Ah, yeah, sure, I'd be well up enough and I had to hop out the field.
No, you didn't. That wouldn't happen.
Wouldn't have been the
Jesus
first
Christ.
time.
You shut
No,
up.
but it's the
No.
same. It's like, you do miss it as well, like. To be
Do
fair.
you? Do you have a grow
God,
up for it,
Oh,
yeah?
God, yeah, absolutely. No question about it. You miss it.
Why don't you go back? Why did you go back to it then?
No, I'm getting too old now anyway, so.
But see, say 10 years ago. Because you're out refereeing a long time now, right?
Yeah.
I know you're an assessor a long time, and
I do an odd game, an odd time if the referee doesn't turn up for Division 3 or something, or
yeah.
if I know a referee is not going to turn up for a Premier.
Even now, Mick.
I just do a swap and do a 3rd division and move that up.
Even now.
Well, I done one last year with hop on the line.
Yeah. What
So, like, you did the line okay, fine. Did you? Like, fitness-wise, wasn't a bothering you?
No, I don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Sure, I know the laws out now. The only thing about doing the line is, and I'll say it now, it's not your fault either. But when you have a technical area and you're coming out with that, don't expect me to get every decision right because I can't see up the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you're giving out to me.
I know, and I understand, but from a coach's point of view, it's quite hard to stay in that box. I'm not boss goal.
I
Like,
agree
do you know what I mean?
100% with you.
Yeah.
I think
But
I
make
know,
it,
like,
do
when you're
what
into
I
the game
told
and
you.
like kicking, yeah.
Do what I told you.
Yeah.
Make it bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's actually has been policed very well this year. Like, it wasn't that many games. A few games I was at, the linesman actually policed that very well. Say, you just step in there a little bit, please. Step in a little bit, please. Step in a little bit, please. Like, they actually policed it very well, to be fair. What do you think of the linesmen?
I thought it made a fierce difference this year.
Where do you think it made a
Big
difference?
plus, yeah.
Big difference, and there's no disputing over these goals being offside. You get an odd one now, but I mean, it takes a lot of pressure off a referee, a lot of pressure off him.
So, from a referee's point of view, what are you not watching when you have linesmen towards? I know you watch everything when you're a referee, but
There's nothing
Like
you're not watching.
you're just if the linesman puts the flag up for offside, you're not disputing. You're not saying no, overruled. He's
It's
on.
not what you're not watching, Pop. It's what you wanted to watch when you hadn't the linesman, but you can do it without him. While if you two are niggling behind me, I have to keep an eye on you two because you get a slap or something like that. Now I have more leeway to keep an eye on you because my linesman is watching what's happening up ahead of me.
Is the flag going up gospel for offside?
The flag?
If it goes up, is it gospel?
No. At the end of the
decision.
day, the referee is the man that carries the can for everything happens.
I
on
understand that, but I've never seen a decision this year yet where the flag doesn't go up. If the flag goes up, no matter, and he could be on. He's not going to get every decision right.
No,
it's never overruled by a referee to say, he's on.
It is.
Well, I've never seen one this
You
year
watch
yet.
him taken down. But that's because you're gone with the play.
Yeah.
Some of the lads will put up a flag for offside, which they are, and they're 100% right. And if the defender wins the ball and he wins it out,
It goes
the
down.
referee
I
just
understand
does
that. Yeah, I
But that's what I
understand
mean.
that.
Sure,
Yeah.
he's taking him down.
No. Whoa. That fucking annoys me
Oh,
when the linesman puts up the flag
yeah.
and the referee doesn't see it. And the game goes on 2 or 3 phases and everyone is
Yeah.
shouting, look at the line, and
Well,
then
they
he goes,
don't
sees
have
the
to
line
know
and
because
puts...
of the bleepers.
Well, they may cancel them bleepers because they're the worst thing you could put on them flags. I was at a match down in Pat's and the referee, the linesman wasn't flagging, he was beeping the button. So the flag would be down here, he'd just be beeping. And the referee look over and he said, what is it? Draw. Up your flag then. Do you know what I mean? He was just using the beeper. I was like, what the...
Yeah.
But no, I have seen that with offsides. It is a fucking pet hate of mine where the liner puts the flag up, say a ball goes in, 9 is offside, centre half heads it out, flag goes up because he was off, because obviously he went towards the ball, and then it's play on. And the referee is looking at the play instead of having the glance. Like it's...
But it's in the rules, though. It's in the rules that if the referee doesn't see the flag,
Yeah.
and the ball goes out, once the ball has gone out near the halfway line, and they're not back in possession, you take down the flag.
Okay.
It's in the rules.
Yeah. So it's just play on then as...
Again, they're human. You mightn't see it.
Yeah, no, of
Hear
course.
it,
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
what.
But I think that what the linesman does for referees at this level, I think it helps referees concentrate on the yards around them instead of... So the one thing I've definitely noticed, right, without linesmen, see that diag from box to box, it's a lot longer because they have to go nearly from corner flag to corner flag because they're doing offsides. So that's... Now watching now, that's shortened.
Correct.
Because they only have to go to run to where the linesman is.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he has what we call the traffic light area, which is 10 yards in front of him. He flags everything. 20 yards he flags things you don't see. 40 yards he doesn't flag at all.
Yeah.
Too far away from him.
That's linesman, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have that as well.
Can they send off a player or linesman to see something egregious?
Linesman can't send off any player, but he can
Advise.
advise the referee that you need to red card number 2.
Yeah.
And the referee will say,
What?
what do you do if he doesn't tell him? But normally the boys know to tell him for elbowing a lad in the face or whatever. And that's another problem where the referee, the linesman calls over or the referee sends off a lad, then the referee gets to blame.
Yeah.
He's useless. He shouldn't be even refereeing, and he didn't even send him off. Like,
linesman.
and if you're sent off, was another thing was on here. If you're sent off, regardless, you have no further part in that game. Be a manager or a player,
You have to leave the pitch.
you cannot come in on that pitch.
You can't go on a sideline either, can you? You have to leave. You have to walk away from
You're
the sideline
gone.
as well.
A player has to go to the dressing area,
Yeah.
and the reason they put a dressing area is it wasn't always dressing room.
Tell me this: how many times have you listened to this podcast and screamed down at the podcast saying that
Oh, about 10, 20 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Are we that far off?
One night I was really pissed. Now, I won't
Hey,
lie.
let's get into it.
That was done on purpose.
Let's
Come
get
on,
into
tell
it.
me.
I tell
Drag
you
the
this.
two on me here.
Really pissed.
I don't think you were a fan when we started this.
Well, what would I say?
You definitely weren't a fan when we started this.
No,
Probably too much knowledge is a dangerous thing as well, you know.
From us, well, no, we know a lot. Thanks.
I was actually pissed with one manager you had on now, and I won't lie about how he lambasted the referee and what he said about him, and I was only coming in to tell him who was taking the penalties. He can't come in at all.
Yeah.
You can't come in. Once you're sent off, you're gone.
Yeah.
You're gone. That's where the trouble starts.
But see, when people don't have, and I fucking hate saying this, but when people don't have the same knowledge on the laws of the game that you do, their opinions are going to be from themselves. They're not going to be based on rules. So your opinions is factual. It's based on the laws of the game. It's based on rules of the game. And I'm saying this because this is true. Myself, I probably do things that aren't based on it. You know, that's what would annoy you.
Goes
right?
back to the statement I read earlier. Oh, that's the Carlow League rule.
Yeah.
You know, how many times do you hear that?
Yeah.
You know?
It's is it hard to say to 20 times that we said something completely wrong, right? Yeah. Is it hard to listen to it?
It is. I'm not going to lie. It is. I feel at times, when I'm not saying
call
anything
a spade,
to either,
say what you want here.
I just feel at times there's no defence for a referee on the podcast. Now, I don't mean that in the wrong way. You bring in a manager here, he has an agenda.
Yeah.
You know that from coaching or whatever. As you said earlier, your job as a manager, your job as a coach is to get a result.
For sure.
It doesn't matter what way you get it. If I get a result, I'm a happy man.
Yeah.
A happy piggy here. If I get away with a handball in the box, tough.
Yeah.
It's against me. Oh, yeah, you know.
But see, what I would say is, what I would think makes a referee is things I don't agree with just rolls off them. You know, because at the end of the day, it's a position in the job that's unique, right? Because not everyone can be a referee.
No.
Anyone can play junior soccer.
No, you need.
Anyone can even coach. Anyone can even manage. Not everyone can be a referee.
No, I agree with you.
You know, it's I think it's a trait in a person that I put it this way, I couldn't be a referee.
No.
Not a chance.
No, some people can't, the same as I wouldn't have a clue how to coach. I wouldn't know how to change. I'd know. I'd mad long enough now to know that if the left back should be replaced, it should be replaced.
Yeah.
But dare I go up and tell either of you may take off your left back?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
But that's the difference. I'd never go to you and say, I'm sure people have, and say, he's the terrible ref.
Oh, I had it. Like I got a phone call one night about we're not happy with the referee you have Sunday. Can you change him? I said, absolutely no problem whatsoever. I will change it. Once you give me the card to fill out the team, your team on it.
Right, okay.
You can fill out my team and I'll fill out yours.
There's a myth.
Can't do that.
Mick, there's a myth going around that if, say, a club falls over a referee.
I know what you're going to say before you say it.
What am I going to say?
I'll send them back to
every week.
So, no.
Yeah.
See,
is that a myth?
It has to be.
Why?
Tell you why. I'll tell you why it has to be a myth without anything else, right? I do the fixtures of a Thursday night. So this Thursday night, I will put the referees on the games for Sunday week.
Okay. So you're a week ahead of yourself.
I'm a week ahead of myself.
Right, that blows that one out of the water, doesn't it?
I'm ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Now, there will be cases where you will get a referee maybe 2-3 weeks in a row because you could have a top game.
And it might dovetail maybe.
And I need you in the top game because, say, Mixie is on holidays or Rasher's on holidays or you don't always have them, but you need top lads on the game. Like we had one this year where 3 of the lads were going away. I had to pull a referee on it and put another lad on it. Seamus, I talked to Seamus on it again. There's communication with myself and Seamus on it, where I said to him, like, I can't have him going, like I haven't a referee strong enough to do this game and I need a referee. And you change the linesman or something just to get the referee to do the game in Carlow, because Carlow comes first regardless. Our league comes first for us.
Yeah, regardless what the request is from others.
And if the rest of them come, they come second.
Are you allocating them off eye? Like you allocating them on pen and paper? Or do you have software that you can put in the names and go press enter? Like how are you allocating them?
No, I do them on, you can do it 2 ways. You can do it on Connection, just type in the name on Connect.
Right.
Or you can do it on the Comotus.
Okay.
I have on Comotus.
Another one, the website.
I would have a list here of all the referees.
Yeah.
And say Hanover are playing St. Pat's Sunday morning, so I just go over here, Hanover, click on it there, go over to my list of referees, click on the referee that's on it, and then you have the first assistant, second assistant, just click on them. I don't have to write.
And when does the referee get notified of his games?
He get on Connect now, it goes straight to him.
Via email?
It goes straight to him.
Poor old postman.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, well, you're on about the poor old postman. Do you know the 4 yellow card one?
No, I don't know about
Did
them.
you get your head around
They
it?
went
Yeah.
missing.
Oh,
What's that?
geez, I've listened to that for weeks. About the 4 yellow cards.
But us, what did we say this time?
No, do you know if you get 4 yellow cards, what's the rule?
Suspended
missed
for
the
next
next game.
game.
Now, see, you still don't know.
Well, sure, explain it to me.
Yeah, but
You're the fucking referee, man, not me.
When you get 4 yellow cards,
Yeah.
right, you don't miss the next game. Well, you might actually, but
So you're not sure.
Yeah.
no, hold on now.
So we're
I'll
having a
explain
commotion here
it.
for nothing.
Hold
Yeah.
on, I'll explain it.
Right.
If you haven't got a game that Sunday, because I will get the cards Monday or Tuesday, maybe Friday if Papa's delivering them.
You get it, though.
Yeah.
Postman always
Yeah,
delivers.
well, for me to do that and put it in, enter it on the Connect, we wait then till I go into the meeting then Monday night. We go in and I hand in the list of who's on 4 yellow cards. So that means he played that Sunday. If you match that
because
Sunday.
it has been reported.
Correct.
So what is 4 yellow cards then? Is it miss the next game?
Just it miss not the next game.
A game.
One game, yeah.
Which 99% of the time is going to be the next game.
No,
unless
it's not. 90% of the time it's going to be the second game.
The game after, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you miss a cup final for
No,
4 yellow
not-
cards?
no.
But you can for a straight red.
Straight red, you can, you will.
What was the Robbie Kane situation then last year? He missed the cup final from
Yeah.
He was on
no?
4 reds. He was on a suspension from reds.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It was a cumulative.
But was
Can't
there not,
miss
was there not
this-
3
can't
red
miss-
cards in that game?
You can't miss a cup final for 4 yellow cards. We took that out of it
Why?
because we
That's the rule. It was always in.
brought
I
it in
knew
a
that
few
from years
years
ago.
ago
Yeah,
because
years ago,
it's
I
not
played that.
very fair.
Well, I
You
actually
missed it.
think,
It actually went back. We missed the first game of the following season.
Correct.
yeah, I actually think what happens is I think it should be reset at a point in the season. I think it's very harsh to get a red card or a yellow card in September, October, November, right?
Yeah.
And pick up your next one in March.
Yeah.
That's 4 yellow cards, so you're going to miss a game. I think that's very harsh. I think come January it should be cleaned. I think it should be reset.
No, you just clean them in June.
The reset
Do
in
you not agree
June.
with that? But that
no,
doesn't sound fair.
Absolutely not.
Why?
No. So that means if I'm on, I could be on 3 yellow cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one every
mo-
6 weeks.
Yeah.
You get a yellow card every 6 weeks is very good discipline.
No, you're
from the player's
not,
point of view.
You're not changing the rule that 4 yellows is miss a game.
No.
What you're doing is you're just resetting it in January.
Yeah, but you are
Yeah.
Going
changing
to
the
the new
rule
year.
because you're taking 3 yellow cards off you. You're taking 3 yellow cards off you.
Yeah, well then what you do is then miss a game for 3 yellow cards. That 4th yellow card is ridiculous.
It's 4. It can be 4 a set. 1 game for 4 yellow cards. You get the 8 yellow cards, 2 games.
If I get 4 yellow cards for Christmas, he deserves a ban for the next game or the second game, whatever. But if he gets 4,
Yeah.
6 now first game of the season, 7 weeks later, the next one, just after Christmas, the third one,
Yeah.
and he gets a 4th one in the last league game, and he misses a Carlow Cup semi-final because of 4 yellow cards. That's very hard on the player.
harsh, yeah.
Like that's
No, but sure, there
4
has to
yellow
be
cards in the
there has-
season.
there
I
has
know
to be
there has to be
rules.
rules, but for the player's point of view,
But you're done.
to clear it at Christmas, like, well, I had 2 and you cleared it to 0 at Christmas. That's okay for the player.
Yeah.
No club would give up with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely none. Like if he's 5 or 6 yellow cards before Christmas, that's absolutely valid. So he's getting booked every second game. Give him his fucking ban.
Because I know players
know?
that were on 3 yellow cards and were going into games and were told,
Yeah.
get your 4th one, no one get it.
One
out of
happened
the
in the
way.
plots.
Yeah. Get your
were
4th one,
told.
no one get it out of it. Yeah.
Who told him? The club?
Yeah. Get your 4th one, no one get it out of
Get
the
your
way.
4th one. You missed the.
Yeah. And?
Yeah, I just think, if you took that out of the club's hands, you say, look, we're setting them in January.
It's the same thing, sir, no matter when you set it or reset it. If you get,
No, it's not.
No.
No, it's
you
not.
get 3, if you get 3 yellow cards between now and Christmas and you don't get the 4th yellow card until March, what's the difference between that and getting the 4 yellow cards after Christmas?
Well, if he gets 4 from January to March, he deserves his ban.
But you're giving him a license to commit
But sure, they're going to commit it anyway.
reckless tackles.
But they're going to commit it anyway if they want to get
But you are
to
giving
use
them a
it.
license to commit reckless tackles.
Well, a reckless tackle is a red
there's
card.
no
If the referee's
league
any
in the
good.
world that don't do that.
Oh, I think
There's
they're
no
reset
league in the
somewhere,
world
are
that
they?
don't do it.
No, they're definitely reset. They're definitely reset in Kilkenny or Wexford. I definitely heard that somewhere before. Anyway, come here. You said you asked 2
Well,
questions.
they're resetting. Are they resetting major competitions?
No, the carry
World
over.
Cup. If you have if you've 3 in group
No,
games,
that's the group stages.
yeah. So it's,
Yeah, that's only group stage of a World Cup.
Well, sure, that's 6 weeks
You
of
know,
a competition,
it's a
or
group.
4 weeks.
It's a group.
If you have 2 yellow cards in 3 group games, you win to the knockout stage, you're wiped clear.
Yeah, and if you,
Oh yeah.
It used to be in some competitions.
If
It
you
might
have
be
what?
anymore. If you've 4 teams in a group in a major competition, say Euro 2006, and you've honestly, God, it goes
18
back as
years
far
ago.
as that. No, but you go whatever it is.
Yeah.
It depends on competition rules.
No, yeah, I know. But that's what we're saying.
I definitely
Depends.
know.
He get a lot of things right, but I think that's fair in the player.
But if they had, then when they move on, then they could miss a final over yellow cards, and
Yeah,
and have missed World Cup finals
Yeah.
over yellow cards.
Yeah.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you say it's not fair to clear
But
it
if
on
it
the player.
wasn't Reese, he wouldn't have missed the final.
I'm sure if I said pink, he'd say blue.
Yeah.
See, there's pluses and minuses
Yeah.
for everything.
Oh,
you know?
but there is. It's definitely. But the one thing I will say is, I firmly believe the right people are in the right position in this county to make these decisions. That's the one thing I would say and the one thing I would support. You talked about. I want you to hit me and Pop with a couple of questions in relation to rules of the game.
Couple of questions.
Yeah, ask us a few questions. See if we can get them right.
Who we go on to first?
This is on
Go on
the
to
fly.
you. Is there a fourth?
Doesn't matter. No, you're
2
on the
chips
board.
instead of 1.
Goal kick.
Yeah.
Who's this to me?
Yeah, we got to you.
Right.
Has the ball to come outside the area before it's in play?
Has the ball?
So I can answer that straight away.
No, we're asking Pop though.
Yeah.
From a goal kick.
Does the ball have to go? Does the ball have to lead
When
the
is
box?
the ball in play from a goal kick?
It used to be outside the 18-yard box, wasn't it?
I-
Or no players allowed in. No players are still not allowed in, aren't they? The very minute the player touches it, it's live, is it?
I'm asking, like,
Yeah, that's what you think. It's wrong, is it?
what would you think?
As soon as the keeper kicks it.
Yeah, the player touches it.
Can you-
It's live.
Can you be inside the box for the goal kick?
No,
No.
Both wrong.
you
So-
can.
No, you can't.
Yes.
Can
You're
you?
both wrong.
Opposite players can stand inside the 18-yard box.
If you'd wait for a minute and I'll explain it to you.
Yeah. He's like Judge Dredd, isn't he? Mary Martin is back.
Yeah, but they know where it's rest. If you haven't time to get out of the box,
Oh, if it's a quick free, if it's a
and
quick,
it's a quick goal kick.
yeah.
If I take a
See,
goal,
yeah.
if I take a goal kick, and you turn around, right, and you take that ball and stick it in the net, it's a goal.
So
It's
if-
not all restarts started by the whistle.
No. Clear,
But if I have a
signal.
shot from 30 yards, goes over the bar, we're losing 1-0. It's the second ball at the back of the goal or the side of the goal. Or
Yeah.
a fan is behind the fence.
Yeah,
Throws the goalkeeper the ball real quick.
yeah,
Referee's run out with his back to the goal.
yeah.
The striker is switched on and he goes, "Cheers, here, give it to the defender." Defender's turned the wrong way. Striker gets it, buries it, and he's inside the box. That's okay.
Say that again.
So the ball is given from the goalkeeper to the defender,
Yeah,
and the striker from the opposite team is inside the 18-yard box. It's taken real quick, trying to get the game going. You're losing
yeah,
1-0.
yeah,
The defender's facing the wrong way. It goes to the striker. The striker starts in position, is inside the 18-yard box.
Yeah.
That goal is allowed.
yeah. You hadn't time to get out of the box.
yeah, you see,
Yeah,
I think
right.
I think in transition it's fine. But if I'm a
Yeah.
goalkeeper and I put the ball down and I wait for a few seconds,
Yeah, and he's
the
outside
only
the box.
people in that box should be me and my defenders.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But in transition, if it's quick, so if I'm a striker for hitting her over the bar and I'm walking out the edge of the box and he takes the quickly,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm live.
Yeah.
Can you,
Okay, that's 1-0 Podge. Give us another one.
No, it's not. I got it
Can you-
right.
can you
I said when
rest-
the player was live, when the player touched the
Can
ball.
you restart the
1-0.
game? Can you restart the game without a goalkeeper?
No. Two things you need in
You,
soccer.
Podge, not to me. I'm
It's
winning
no, you
1-0.
can't. You need a goalkeeper and referee to start a football game.
Shammy Dolan, never forgetting Ballon. The ball, remember we were playing on the hill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were doing an FAI Junior Cup game. The ball went down at the bottom end and off down. The goalkeeper went on running for it. Shammy picked up the ball because they were losing. Kicking it, said, "Hold on, Shammy." I was reffing it. I said, "Hold on now, Shammy. You can't start without a goalkeeper." He says, "We're playing the whole fucking year without one."
That is a rule. You can't start without keeper, can't you? Not?
No.
That's 2-0 to
No.
Podge.
No.
Where are you
Give
home with
Papa
your
an
maths?
easy one, will you?
Oh, you got the first one. It's 1-0. Come on.
You can't start an indirect free kick.
Yeah.
An indirect free kick outside the box is going into the net. defender now. Remember, it's indirect.
Yeah.
Defender.
Yeah.
The defender dives, saves the ball and puts it over the bar.
Why would the defender dive? Does the goalkeeper not dive?
Did the defender handle
the
it?
goalkeeper's head.
Did the defender handle it?
Yes.
It's a penalty.
You can't score from an indirect free kick.
He didn't score, he stopped it.
He didn't score.
What's your answer, Pop? I think penalty.
Well, if he's clever, the defender, let it go into the net. Don't touch it.
No, but I didn't say that. I said
Yeah,
if he
well,
handles
I'd be
the
clever.
ball, he handles the ball on the goal line.
Why is it make it a penalty?
Well, he's active in the situation, isn't he?
Yeah.
Stop you making words up.
He is, though.
Sure, everyone's active.
Must be active if he put his hand on the ball.
No, but if you're clever, let it go. It's indirect. The referee's hand is up. It's
Well,
indirect.
he didn't. He stopped on the line with his
And then he's
hand.
an idiot.
Referee's hand doesn't need to be up.
Oh.
The law is different now as well.
I'm saying Judge Dreaded 2 is coming out. He's in
Are
it.
you going to answer the question?
Yeah, it's...
The question is, what do you do as a referee? You're refereeing the game. Next Sunday, you're awarded an indirect free
It's a
kick
yellow
for
card
offside.
and a penalty.
It's indirect, goes back.
I think the goal is allowed. Or if it doesn't go in, the player is sent off.
No, there's no advantage in the box. It's a penalty
is it?
and a yellow card.
Penalty and a yellow card.
What did he
3-0.
swallow? Did you give him the rule book on the way down?
3-0, Podge. This
Away
is
you
It's a
will you?
penalty and a can you score direct from a corner?
I was busy
No,
playing the game while he was
cannot-
reading the book.
You
by the
cannot
way.
score direct from a corner.
It's 3-1 now.
You can score direct from a corner.
Can you?
Yes, of course you can.
It's 2-2, I'd say.
Can you score direct from a kick-off?
Yes. You can. I know you can
Yeah.
because I've seen it happen.
Ask Damien Raggett. He does it all the time, every second week.
He's actually very good at it.
Yeah, he's deadly. Yeah.
If the goalkeeper's kicking out the ball,
Mm.
the windy
The
day,
poor old goalkeepers are getting slaughtered here.
the windy day,
And it comes back in on top of him. Corner kick.
and Pops is running in to stitch it in the net,
Normally.
right? Or walking in, I should say,
Still goes in.
and stitch it in the net.
Yeah.
And the goalkeeper puts out his hands and flicks the ball away from him. Why is it?
So the keeper kicked it and then it came back to the keeper before Poppa got it.
Yeah.
So the keeper's
Poppa's coming in.
So the keeper's touch it twice. It's
Yeah.
indirect free kick to the attacking team.
They're a mastermind. I don't know.
Keeper's touched it twice. You can't do that. But if the keeper lets it go,
Don't tell him.
if the
Don't tell
keeper
me.
lets it go, I'm nearly sure it's a corner. But anyway, that's my answer.
that
What's
right?
yours?
It's your question.
Yeah, if the ball, even if he kicks out the ball, the wind blows it back into the net. It's a corner.
4-1 Podge.
Just to let you know,
Thanks for
lads,
coming.
Podge and Mick
Thanks
were
for
in
coming.
Podge's house for half an hour beforehand having tea.
5-1. Thanks, Paddy.
Fuck up, Paddy, you.
When
It's 3
is it-
against 1. Or James, stick up for me there, man.
But what is if the keeper caught that, Mick? Am I right in saying it's indirect free kick?
Yeah.
Right.
Played the ball twice. Played the ball twice. When
Love
is
it.
a keeper in possession of a ball?
When is he?
Yeah.
Is that a trick question?
No, I leave this to him now. You're gone too far ahead.
Scotching him.
When is, I don't know. So when the ball is in his hands, obviously. When is the keeper in possession of a ball?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Sure, that's
I
not-
don't think he ever is.
What if the ball is in his hands, taking a kick out? That's possession of the ball.
Restarts, I suppose.
So, if the ball is on the ground and I
That's
put my
different.
hand on the ball, I'm not in possession.
As a keeper.
Yeah.
And once he touches it, it's live, isn't it? Isn't it?
His hand is on the ball, he's in possession. He can't be tackled.
Is it not? Is that rule gone?
2 hands.
So if a goalkeeper comes out and it's like 50-50, lad is going in and goal,
Yeah.
can he touch it? The goalkeeper is overstretched at one hand. Does he
Well,
have to have 2 hands on the ball for it to be a foul? Or one?
No, he has to have his hand on the ball. He's not in possession.
2 hands or one?
He's not in possession if he makes a dive and save. He's never
No,
in
I'm not
possession.
saying that. A striker running in and goal, the striker, the goalkeeper is coming out.
Yeah.
He's overstretching for see can he reach it? Stop it going. Does he have to have 2 hands on it
No.
for possession of the ball or one?
He has to have to be in possession of the ball. Either has to have the ball in his hand,
Yeah.
one,
Mm.
or his hand on the ball on the ground. Remember the one with the goalkeeper a couple of weeks ago? where the ball was kicked between his legs.
United keeper.
The ref disallowed it.
Yeah.
He was wrong.
Referee was
completely
wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the goalkeeper
Yeah,
one
because
hand
he
on it.
wasn't in possession.
No, he hadn't.
No.
He hadn't. He had his hands like that. His two hands were down like that. If his hand was like that on the ball, he's in possession.
Oh, okay.
Once his hand is down on the ball, he's in possession.
I didn't know that. Still 5-1 on it.
What's the new rule regarding goalkeepers? You were coaching Hanover.
There's too many of them.
That's the new rule.
The new rule for
The
what?
new rule is if you take too long, this will be a 4-point question, but it'll be 5-all after this.
Right, I tell you what, I'll give you a 4 if you answer
Will you?
answered
If
100%, yeah.
the goalkeeper takes too long taking a kick out, it goes direct to a corner for the opposite team. Over 8 seconds?
It's a 4-point one.
Yeah.
9-1, you're up.
I don't know. Is that right? No?
No.
What is it?
No, it's when the goalkeeper has possession of the ball.
Yeah.
Once he has possession of the ball, he's now allowed 8 seconds.
That's why I said 8 seconds.
No, you didn't. You said kick out.
No, I think he did say 8 seconds in his defence, though.
I said 8 seconds.
We'll know tomorrow when we look
Yeah,
back.
honest to God.
I think he did.
Once the goalkeeper's in possession of the ball, I said, he has 8 seconds to clear the ball
Or
and
it's
kick
a
out the
corner
ball.
kick.
If
Right.
he doesn't deal with that situation within 8 seconds,
You're right.
it goes to a corner to the opposite team.
Yeah, but you're missing the main point of
You
it.
wouldn't give me fucking
What is
answer
it?
right anyway.
No,
Yeah, I would never be a referee with
the
him.
referee,
2 out of 10.
the
1 out of
referee
10.
has now to go 5, 4, 3,
Okay.
2, 1.
Yeah.
He's telling the goalkeeper.
But that 6-second thing Mick kind of went with the wind, though,
referee-
didn't
so
it?
The 6 second was the problem with the 6 second was referees were afraid to give the free kick
Yeah.
because if it ended up on the net, it's their fault.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
No,
at junior,
not,
and
you
I've
never
seen-
see it on a game on the television. I've
Yeah.
never seen it.
Can I ask you a question on that?
Yeah.
So the 8 seconds starts from when the goalkeeper's taking a kick out off the ground.
Get kick out of your head. Kick out has nothing to do with it.
Papa's getting hammered.
No, I'm not.
You're getting
So the ball goes back into his hands.
Yeah.
That's
the
not a
8 seconds
kick
from
out.
there. If the ball goes from, if I take a shot, or Podge and looking, well, he wouldn't be on the field to take a shot, but someone else to take a shot. If someone else takes a shot and it goes over the bar, and the goalkeeper gets the ball back, puts the ball down on the ground, right, to take a kick out. Once he starts putting the ball on the ground to walk back, he's 8 seconds from then. Referee has to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No.
What?
It's the ball in his hand.
Yeah, so it's in
Only the
live.
ball in his hand.
Yeah.
Ball in his hand.
Right, well, that's okay.
No, because the referee. No, because the
Yeah, and he puts you out there, lads.
No, because for the ball, for a kick out after a ball going wide, surely is on the whistle. Or
Yeah.
can be on the
The
whistle.
law is clear.
Yeah,
Clear signal.
clear signal, right, okay.
It can be.
So now what you're saying is now when a keeper collects the ball into his hand,
The
and he's bouncing and
referee,
looking at, referee has to
After
go.
3 seconds, the referee has to put up his hand and go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you haven't let go, it's a corner.
Yeah. I'll give you that one, Papa. 5-all.
That's what the new one. Right, what's the new law on? We'll give you the one. What's the law now on ball hitting the referee?
Is this a new one coming in this year?
Yeah.
Right.
So what it used to be, whistle blew, referee drops a restart. Is the law now the referee's a part of the game and it's just play on?
No,
All right, okay. What is it?
he still drops the ball.
He's still the same rule.
No, it's not. The rule was you didn't quote it. Whoever was in possession,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the ball is dropped to.
Is that not what happens now?
No,
It's drop ball between two.
no.
I tell
The
you one thing, your
referee-
favourite word is no.
The referee decides now that if it's clearly, I'm just using Hanover and Pats now because
Yeah, of course.
here.
Yeah.
You have the ball, right? You're in possession of the ball. I'm your teammate, right? But you don't pass it to me at all. It's going. Podge is going to get the ball, right? And it hits the referee. Well, he now gets possession.
Okay.
Right.
If it's clear and obvious,
Yeah, I
to
get
the
you.
referee.
Yeah, because it was coming to me
That
anyway.
was a
know.
bad pass from me.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It wasn't going to my teammate.
Like as it stood up to this year, you would have got the ball back,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? But not now.
So now it's where the ball was intended to go to, you play from that person, say. So if he intended to pass the ball to you, last season it would have went back to him because it hit the referee. But now if it's going to you and hits the ref, you start with. Is that what we're saying?
Now if it hits the ref, the ball goes to you.
Yeah. Okay.
I dropped the ball to you where it hit me.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what it is.
Right.
That one. And what's the
What's
new
that sign, Paddy? 6-5 to Poppa.
Yeah.
what's the new law change on on
gonna be 6 all after this,
substitutes and officials stopping the ball going over the line.
Sorry, I want to ask you something. What do you mean when you say the word new? Or
Because
it just come in like last week or that?
There are law changes.
Yeah, but has it just come in? How
To
recent?
be enforced the 1st of July. But you see, you're coaching teams, you need to know these
No,
things.
you don't.
Well, yeah.
No, we don't.
That's a hard one on the referee, Podge. For me to be kicking a ball.
Correct.
That's a discussion between.
Correct.
Imagine your referee was going to be your own player.
Yeah,
He's going, no,
correct.
it didn't.
Agree
that was a
100%
bad pass
with
from
you.
you.
Yeah.
That's so hard on the referee.
I agree 100%
That
with you.
creates a grey
That's
area, doesn't
conflict
it?
straight away.
I agree 100% with you.
What was that one you asked there?
I think most referees stick to the old rule and just go, hit me, that's it. You have the ball.
What's the new rule on the substitutes or
Numbers.
substitute or officials stopping the ball going over the line? Before
an official could never touch the ball anyway, could he? Like it was coming down the line just for a throw. He has to let the ball go by him.
That's a
doesn't he?
substitute and a manager.
No, that's an official, I'm saying. But a substitute. Oh, there's a new rule coming in with substitutes.
I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't know what the old rule was.
If it's non-deliberate, which can happen, there's no action taken against the official. It's just an indirect free kick to the team.
If a manager catches it. If the ball comes over sideline,
It
the
didn't
manager.
come out over the line.
Oh,
He
well,
stopped
surely
it.
should be sent off. He could be on the pitch anyway.
No, he can be accidentally hit a lad walking off or something. You wouldn't be
okay.
minding what's going.
That's as rare as hen's
Yeah,
teeth.
but these are
though.
situations
Yeah, but up to
that
now
are
the rule
rare.
was clear. It was a direct free kick.
Okay.
No, it's not. It hits him. These are all
Can you
small
give us a
things.
normal question about rules or something like that?
Normal
Instead of the-
question?
Yeah, give us a simple one there. Give Poppa a simple one there.
I'm winning, man. Look at the feet.
Yeah.
Paddy's not stupid. It's 6'5" last time I seen.
Paddy can't write.
Pop, you're in the goal next Sunday,
Played everywhere else, sure, go ahead.
right? And as usual, you're not worth your place in the goal, right? So, Podge
He's going to be sorting out his office.
Podge decides you can get over there now, Bob. I'm going into the goal. Give me that jersey. Puts the jersey on him. The referee is not informed. Ball comes down the field. Podge now in the goal. Right? You should have been in the goal. And bear in mind, you haven't told the referee.
Yeah.
You make a brilliant save.
That wouldn't happen.
Handball, penalty, and yellow card. It's penalty, sure. He's no field player. Did he come off the...
But they're not real situations.
Hold on, they are.
They are.
Did he come off the sideline?
No, I switched with the player. The
It's
defender.
handball then. It's penalty.
Defender.
Sure, he's a defender. Or he's not a
Sure,
goalkeeper.
it's not an official substitution until
Yeah.
the referee deals with it, isn't it? So even if...
It's not a substitution now.
No, it's just a change.
It's a change.
It's a penalty.
You have to notify the referee, don't you?
Yeah, but the referee had this is. I'm sure this has happened.
Well, then I'm officially the goalkeeper still.
No, yeah, exactly. So the player that switched with you, it's a penalty all day long. What is it? It's a red card anyway. Mass card. What kind of fucking card is it? Something anyway.
It's a corner kick. If you
Blood
save
donor's
it.
card.
Is it a corner kick?
Yes.
I'm not a goalkeeper.
But you have the jersey on you.
Ah, right, okay. Well, then it's an illegal thing, be sure. How can
It
I
is,
wear the
because
same
there's no way
number
he
as
fit
him?
into my jersey.
Yeah, but you were.
Just because you're getting scotched in rules, you're
No.
firing shots
No,
there
no.
now. Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
that's why they were looking for the extra large one earlier. Was it?
Yeah. Cheap shots, Poppa.
Uh-huh.
You keep firing there, man. You keep firing,
And
amigo.
what's the rule on shin guards now?
Well, I
Stupid
seen
one.
shin guards.
Size.
Some lads are wearing shin guards, and 20 Rotmans would be bigger than the shin guards they're wearing.
What's the rule on them though?
Sure, they have
What
to
is
wear
it?
them, not.
What size has a shin guard to be?
Cover the shin. She must have to cover the shin.
You know the micro ones that they have some of the
Yeah.
players
Yeah.
are illegal.
I wouldn't
Well,
think so.
I wouldn't
no.
think they shouldn't be because they're a disgrace.
Yeah, but it's at a player's discretion. That's not really a rule, though.
Yeah, you're right.
It's player's discretion, surely, is
It is
it?
a rule.
Or is it a rule?
It is a rule that if they wear them, it's their own responsibility.
It's your shins, like.
You see them and you think they had ankle socks on them.
Yeah.
You know.
Is that going to be an awkward one if someone hurts or breaks their leg? Hopefully
No,
it
no,
doesn't.
it's in
No,
the-
not for the referee. For a club's point of view, from insurance-wise.
Probably.
That's
It's
not
in
what-
the laws of the
that's
game
not what
that
the laws of the game.
the
are.
player
no,
himself
what
is
I'm saying.
Yeah.
The player himself is
These things could happen.
responsible for it, you
Players
know.
could follow with clubs over it.
What
You're not
is-
supposed to be under referee. I can't wear the normal ones. You got your leg break. Here, I'm all work there. I need a check for $3,000 or something, you know?
Yeah.
After missing the last 8 weeks.
That's the problem.
You're not wearing the proper shin guards. They're not, by law, the right shin guards.
Well, sure, ours. Yeah,
Signs
it's a
made
good
up in
argument.
clubs, they'd say.
Yeah. What, like
Shin
what?
guards.
Please wear
Please
correct
wear,
shin guards.
yeah, bigger than a cigarette box.
No, what has to happen is if you want that clothes, you're going to have to supply them.
Oh, well, stop now. It's expensive enough.
If you want everyone to wear the correct shin guard, surely clubs going to have to supply them.
That's up to clubs themselves. But sure, your man Grealish started that, didn't he?
Yeah, they're tiny. Did you see them, Podge?
Yeah.
I
know a lot of wears them, sure.
Some of the players are wearing them.
Any Glord wears them.
Some of the players are wearing them. They're micro.
What is the rule about calling for the ball? What can I not say? I can't say my ball.
You can.
Right, well then there's a lot of rules that are going to be busted here tonight.
My God.
There's a lot of myths going to be rules.
Yeah, what the problem is, everyone are going, no name ref.
Yeah.
Right?
No name.
It's nothing got to do with a name at all. There's no such law in the book says you can't call for the ball. What happens is, if me and you are two defenders,
Yeah.
there's no one near us,
Okay.
and you say to me, leave it.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking
Yeah.
about,
You
right?
can't say leave it.
Right? There's nothing wrong with it.
Is
If it's
everything
just
all right
me
there,
and-
Papa? Nothing important going on there, texting there.
If it's just me and you,
Yeah.
and you say leave it, there's no problem because you're not interfering with anyone. There's no one around you. But if Pop is the centre forward
And he's pressing me.
and he's in between us,
Yeah.
and you say leave it, and that was unsporting behaviour, and it's a free in.
Okay. So that's the only time.
There's no such thing in the law book. You can go from the top to the bottom
Yeah.
that says leave it is
What's the strangest law in it, Mick? What's the fucking
Most of them.
weirdest?
Did you write this book?
I didn't write it, but you see this.
He's like a man of men of honour, isn't he?
No, but the
The
problem
New
is
Testament says it. How do you know?
Yeah.
I wrote it.
no, but the problem is like there's a lot of things there the players don't know. The
Yeah.
usual track and they go along, and as I said earlier, they're Carlow League rules.
Yeah.
We brought him in, like we want such a team.
But she
to win.
can't change it. It's more of a
We
constitution
can't.
than rules.
Our lads can't change it. When we do outside games, same as going to an outside game, you're supposed to go dressed in your jacket and your shirt and your tie. You can
Yeah.
pull for all that.
Can
know? Oh, yeah.
If you're not dressed.
That's part of it, dress.
Does every referee get a blazer?
They do have to buy it themselves. We don't buy them from.
Do you know?
No.
I've seen them. Were they wearing them the cup
Yeah,
final?
cup final, yeah, they're all in.
Yeah.
They look well, don't they?
Yeah.
It's nearly too official. Like
They look the part, yeah.
they did, to
Yeah.
be fair.
No, they look the part, to be fair to them.
When do the new rules? So there's new rules clearly every
1st
year.
of July, yeah. The law changes.
So they come. When do you get them?
I have them as it is.
Yeah, When
The
did you
clubs
get
get
them?
About 3-4 weeks ago.
So you're talking mid-May, early May.
All you have to do is download the app,
Yeah,
IFAB,
yeah.
International Football.
Don't worry, you won't be downloading it.
No, but if you
Downloading
have a query on anything,
Yeah.
and then go into it in July, click on it, update it, and it'll give you the law changes separately. I'll show you the app. Is on
Oh
the
yeah,
phone.
Fabi.
On the
No,
phone
but
as
what I'm trying to get at is right. So you got them say 4 or 5 weeks ago. So early May. So May. So you have to present them, deliver them to referees in 3 months.
Well, I don't. Seamus Ivers
Or
does.
Seamus does.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big task.
But they would have been doing modules. They would know about these rules.
So they
coming
were
through.
upcoming. So
Yeah,
so the decision wasn't made.
No,
They
would-
weren't invented 4 weeks ago.
No,
you know what
they
I mean?
weren't invented.
Yeah.
They would know about them, that they're coming through.
Who makes them?
FIFA.
Is it FIFA?
FIFA make them, yeah. Some lad. Who's this is over? Louis Pellegrini, is it?
His name is Stevie Wonder or someone. Yeah.
There's a few of them he makes, all
Yeah.
right.
If Carlow League wanted to say use VAR to be able to do it if they wanted it because it's in the laws of the game now.
VAR.
Like so, I know of technology. Say we're 30 years down the line, like it can be used. I presume at all levels.
Yeah, but you use VAR, like you need cameras and all around the
I know
ground
that.
and
I know, and you
You need lads in the hut.
Offshore and
We're
all,
hard
yeah.
set to get them on the field.
but you can't like it. That's what I'm trying to get at is that the only thing in my mind is that rule book is the only universal thing that brings everyone together in football.
That's it. Yeah.
So from the very top to the very bottom, these rules had to be carried out.
Yeah, but bear in mind, a competition allows you to include some of your own rules in them. As regards substitutes, you can have 5, 7, 3.
Roll on, roll off, 35.
Roll on, roll
whatever,
off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you take the 35s here, we use roll on, roll off. You go to outside competition, it's on off. We play 35. When you were in Leinster, you play 40.
Play 45 in Dublin over 35s.
45, do they?
We played Black Forge.
Black Forge.
And they came from 45 to 40 and we went from 35 to 40.
Yeah.
Big difference now.
Paddy's pointing the phone at you. Paddy, just so you can listen to me, my phone is actually out on the windowsill there. I don't have it. If you want to hand it in to me there, right, you're asking me.
Mick, can I ask you a question?
Get whiplash.
Do you think the best referee is always the one that the ex-player that played the game at a good standard?
Question, Bob.
No, not necessarily. Now, I had a theory years ago. The best referees were the dirtiest players because they know every trick in the book.
Yeah.
I always had that theory. Now, it's not right for me to be saying that, but...
You still have that theory?
I have it. I would say
You have
yes.
a sense of it?
I would move towards it.
Okay.
Now, there are players that are not dirty or good referees,
Gotcha.
right? But I always had this in my head. Like when I was playing, I played on edge as well. So I know what the lad is capable of doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or what I'm going to get away with, or I'm not going to get away with.
Yeah.
You know? And then referees have different styles of refereeing. And I mean, the coaches should get used to what style a referee has, and you know before you go out.
But what, is that fair to say when the rules are the same?
The rules are the same, but they can be interpreted different. This is the problem.
Well, that is definitely a problem.
Yeah.
If people are interpreting...
But they have to be, because no human is going to do the same thing.
Can I say from a
But
player's point of view, speaking
What?
in the field,
Yeah.
you'll always have a better conversation with a referee that has played the game in regards of the way he'll discuss the situation to you and the way you can talk to him in the field, to a chap that is a referee but has never played the game.
Yeah, you can
He's
have
like,
that.
go ahead. And that's ignorance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like being told to shut your mouth is ignorance. If I tell a referee to shut his mouth, he'd send me out of the field. But he's allowed to say it to players. That's not fair, like.
I agree 100%.
That's not
know
across
what I
the
mean?
board either, though, Pop.
No.
I agree 100%.
Yeah. But like when he's saying, like I could have many things I played and I'd have a conversation with Rasher, played against Rasher. Good referee. And it's a proper conversation back. Just deal with it then after that. He explains
Rasher lets it
He
flow.
explains why the situation happened and it's his decision he
Yeah.
made. And it's done with. End of story.
I actually
Where
like...
if you speak to a younger referee or a chap who has, say, not played the game to the level of where Rasher played, it's a different conversation.
Well, they ignore
but
you.
it goes back to what I said earlier, though. If you're engaging with players,
No, I understand that. But I was the captain of the
you're
team.
inviting
so you
trouble
said
onto
I'm
yourself.
entitled to speak to the referee as a captain.
Yeah.
I was captain for nearly 10 years. Like.
Yeah, but you're not entitled to
I'm not abusing them.
interrogate him like for every decision you make in the field.
No, and many times I've been told, look, that's the third or fourth time. I'm not going to explain every decision to you.
And rightly so.
And that's it done. I
You
don't
don't
speak
have
to
to
him after that.
interrogate him, yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm not interrogating him the first time or the second time.
No. No, it's like we should have had a penalty. Like, I'm at home in the sitting room. How do I know how there was a penalty? Or
Yeah,
not?
yeah.
And I was pointing, ringing me and saying, a cast iron penalty, we didn't get it.
Well, you can't.
Subjective.
You might be able to do it now if I could follow it up with 90 minutes of a game.
Yeah.
We should have had a penalty in a 67 minute. Here's the footage. This isn't good enough.
Yeah.
And this goes back to the point I made about referees' development. That technology being used, not to make little of referees or make little of managers of players. It's to develop them. So if you can sit a referee down as an assessor and say, let's watch this together, I'm going to stop at a certain point and I want to tell me why I stopped this.
Yeah, but the caution one in it is, if he didn't give the penalty, you go look at the incident.
Yeah.
You say, maybe if you had been 2 yards this side, maybe if your positioning is wrong. And then there's another case which happens, and lads forget, at the split second the tackle takes place, a player can run across you.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And you just don't, you
You're
might be
blind
the
to
only
it.
lad in the field doesn't see it.
Yeah,
You might be the only lad on the field doesn't see it.
yeah.
Soccer referees versus rugby referees versus Gaelic referees.
Yeah.
Do you think they get the most abuse or they treat them? Or why do you think rugby referees get
I think
more respect?
I think rugby is higher society.
Well, I actually think, Papa, on the rugby thing, there's so many different rules and things and like that in rugby that you need a referee on your side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For turnovers and hunting balls. And so if you are a rugby player and you're going pure ham at a referee, forget about what you're getting on. I think rugby players need referees on their side and for breakdowns and against the head and all that crack. That's why I think there's respect
Yeah, but
towards
I
them.
don't. I think Papa's a point in the way that you don't see too many players questioning rugby referees.
Captains
No, but
would.
you've a lad in the middle of the field, right, who's 5'2", looking up at a lad who's 6'10".
Yeah.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
move along.
Yeah,
I'm the
that's
referee.
what I'm
My
saying.
decision is made,
Very, very
and he
polite.
walks away like a bold child.
Yeah.
That'll never happen in soccer,
No,
and I don't think it ever will.
no.
And does it happen in Gaelic football? I don't know.
I think the Gaelic is a strange one because it's so kind of there's so much of it and there's so many different levels of it. You'll always see an odd video of a Gaelic game where a referee gets attacked or
Oh, I know,
you
yeah.
like
But-
No, in
Yeah.
fairness, there's not too many of our referees ever got attacked.
no.
No.
No, and you know what it is? If there was, it was probably
It'd be
50-50.
dealt with.
Yeah, and it'd be dealt with as well.
Is there a lot of players refereeing in juvenile leagues that's still playing, or is there a way for these people to come into the game?
Yeah, you can play like
I do the course with you. That's what we do for the crack.
I don't have no problem doing it. Yeah.
you can Johnny Waters.
Yeah,
Johnny's been playing 35 years.
yeah,
You can ref in one league, and it's a different league than the junior league.
yeah.
And he could still do the juvenile, but he can't referee his own club.
But it's great to see, like you see, young Dean Kelly or Pat's refereeing.
Yes, yeah.
I think Dean Kelly from New Walker's refereeing.
Is he?
He did a couple of games. Did he referee?
I don't know about him
No.
now, to be honest. I didn't hear tell of Dean. I know Dean.
Maybe no.
Dean and
between
St.
Kelly or
Pat's.
Pat's.
Young
Dean
William-
St. Pat's is not bad now.
Yeah. I see
But the
him
refereeing
ref,
juvenile games, and it's great to see players that's still playing in the Premier.
Which you see they get.
Refereeing and helping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they
Go on,
get.
son, keep going, and you can hear them speaking to the young lads.
And it's something
It's
to them
brilliant.
when they're finished playing as well.
Yeah, I seen young Dean ref a 35s friendly referee. There was a mix-up, and actually Eva rang you and you said, let Dean do it if he's there.
Yeah.
He was excellent.
No, he's a good
I
referee.
have to say he was.
Yeah.
You put away your phone. You're
Hey,
so
where's
rude,
yours?
man.
Out there. I'm getting the info here.
What's more important? What's more important? Oh, is that Paddy next to you, is it?
No, it's not.
Oh.
James. Paddy doesn't talk to me.
Okay, sorry.
It's me and James. It's against you and Paddy.
Turn off his mic, will you please? He was actually very good. But I actually would love to go and do a referee's course.
I'd love to do it, yeah.
I firmly believe every player should have to do a referee's course.
Do you ever see the video of Neville and Carragher doing
Yeah.
the...
That's what I'd love to do.
Yeah.
I'd
The
love to do
offside
that.
decisions,
I'd
yeah.
love to do that.
Yeah.
Can we set that up?
Sure, there's referees courses coming up the whole time. It's easy to go.
No, we'll have
All
to-
you
we'll have
do
to
is
do them
apply for them and grade on them.
Yeah.
Some crack, wouldn't it?
It'd be good. We should
You
set
know, but
that.
sure,
we
the
should
one
set
I
that up.
ran last year with the coaches and the managers as well, like, there's good banter over it. Like, and
Yeah.
the thing about it is,
I remember he was in the plots doing the offside
yeah,
decisions.
we do.
Remember that?
He gave us the plots now, in fairness, to do the offsides and
That's the
train
first
for the
thanks I
flag.
got all week.
Trying to get it right.
Yeah.
But then, it's like everything else, there's some lads brilliant referees, bad linesmen.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
Good linesmen, bad referees.
And is that your job as an assessor to, in a big game?
You have to
leave him as a referee and put him as a
put it
linesman?
together. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You have
What's
to.
the course? Maybe we'll share the link for if people want to get into the refereeing after this and put it on the social media.
I've actually sent it to the clubs.
Have you? Right.
I'll
Will you give it to the boys after this,
Your
yeah?
own secretary has it. I actually have it on this. There's
The-
one coming up in July.
Okay.
Sure, right.
On holidays.
So there is.
Again. Yeah.
You're not going for that length, are
I
you?
am, yeah. I'm going for a long time.
Are you going to the plane or the boat this time? Where are you going?
I'm going on the plane. Tell me this. Do they get enough money?
Who? No.
Who do you think?
No.
What's a fair rate for a referee now doing a game? Do you think? 90 minutes work.
What would I do if it was me now was doing it?
How much, if you were paying him, how much would you give him?
I give him up to €100.
A game?
Yeah.
I might do it then, alright. Yeah.
But if you're in it for the money, you're wasting your time.
100%, yeah.
You're completely wasting your time. Now, I know you'll turn around and you say, such a lad is in it for the money.
But what is a junior game now, Papa? What is it?
Well, I'll tell you was very hard, but I agree with the linesman. But we got hit last year. Our first 3 games were 3 league games, and it was Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday. And it was 80.
Right, I understand that.
Do you know what I mean? But that was a one-off, that's fine.
Balance is out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, balance out, that's fine. But
I know what you're saying.
The linesman was brilliant to have. But towards last year,
Wait, does the home side pay for the
no, it was
linesman?
160 a
It was
team.
160 a team, okay.
Or 160 between 2 teams.
80 apiece.
80 apiece, yeah. But we played Kilree on the Sunday, Pats on the Wednesday. anything collection on the Sunday 3 league games.
So what does a ref get
and
then?
so
Over
what are you
160?
asking the players is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Category
Like, it's
2
hard on the
referees are
players.
on 70. The Category 3s and 4s are on 65. The assistants are on 45.
45 to be a linesman for a game.
I think there should be more of a gap in that, of a fiver from a Category C. You're only going up a fiver for going up a grade.
Yeah.
But you're still there for 90 minutes.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
No matter what
if it's
way,
65 for the grade
yeah,
C,
but no
you said,
matter
is
what
it?
way you
The
look
grade
at it,
B should be 80 quid or something.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like 5 of a rise is not
no
enough.
matter what way you look at it or what division you're ref, that game that Sunday is their cup final. Whether you're down doing a Division 3 game or you're doing a Premier game, the Division 3 game means as much to them as it does to the.
Do you think that was
Premier.
touchscreen or something? Do you? Hopping off it. Come here. What?
Do you think that's true?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Do you think referees have the same approach in lower league games than they do in the Premier?
Do they what?
Do they have the same approach to games?
No,
Because
but
you look at fixtures, like we're not all blind.
No,
you look
no,
at fixtures
no.
and
You
see
have to understand. You have
certain
to
referees.
understand.
No, let me say this to you.
Yeah.
Certain referees always referee in the lower divisions because they struggle with
Yeah.
pace or
Yeah,
stamina.
correct.
To do a
There's
Premier League
age
game.
comes
Age
into
comes
it
in,
as well,
that's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But have they the same approach to that level?
Well, they should have.
Should and would is two different things,
I
isn't it?
know that, but it's like you picking a team.
Yeah.
You'd like to have 11 superstars, which you're never going to have them.
No, not that.
Yeah, no, but it's not. But like I mean, it's not a slight on the referee though, right?
No, it's not a
Because-
slight
and
referee.
this is why you have grades. Like, don't forget, we don't have grades of players,
No.
but you have grades of referees, and you have to put the highest grade referee doing the highest game, I presume.
I presume so, yeah.
What's the numbers what's the number? What's the highest grade? What's it called?
C2.
C2.
C2 in junior football, it's C1 in senior football. So if you could be refereeing Division 3 in the Leinster Senior League
Yeah.
and you'd be a C1 referee,
Right. Okay.
and the standard in Carlow would be way above that.
Right. Okay.
Can a grade C do a Premier game on his own?
Yes.
He can.
Yes.
Yeah.
A grade 5 can do, or no, not a grade 5, a grade 4 can.
Can do a Premier game.
Yeah, there's only one way you learn.
Yes, by doing them. And tell me, how many do we have then at that category or that top grade?
We have 7 C2s.
And how big is the branch?
There's 18 members now at the moment.
So
What's
nearly half of them
the
are
next
top
step
grade.
for their C2s? Will people go further? Does age come into it?
Oh, age comes into everything. Like, I mean, if some of our lads would have been C1.
Yeah, but you look at Nathan.
Yeah.
You look at Phil.
Yeah.
Rasher, they can get around the field. Pa.
Yes.
They can get around the field, like, fitness-wise, no problem.
100%, yeah.
So, can they go up another level? Or do they have to apply for another level?
Pat was League of Ireland, was he not? Pat not referee League of Ireland for a long time.
Well, Pat O'Connor was League of
Yeah.
Ireland, yeah. Pat O'Connor was League of Ireland. They can go up another level, but you see, what you don't understand is Nathan is a young family, right?
Yeah.
For Nathan to go League of Ireland, he would have to spend 2 years, Saturday and Sunday in Dublin.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Mm.
It's a big commitment.
Mm.
And he's trying to pay a mortgage, like,
Yeah.
you know. That's where the problem is. They don't make it easy for you.
Yeah.
They don't make it easy for you.
It's just
There's
nice to
no
know. Like, it's not a matter of just
No.
doing a 3-hour course. So I'm now going up a grade in a referee. I can do bigger games.
Yeah.
We obviously it's commitment as well as
They
bigger
can go
games.
on, they can go on an academy yoke as well, which qualifies
Is that
them
still
to
going? The Referees Academy still going?
Yeah, they're still going. Yeah, they do the under-20s.
Yeah. They're good. The referees are very good.
All over. Like, you have to remember, our lads refereed League of Ireland Reserve football 20 years ago.
Did you? Robbed us. as
Our
well.
lads refereed League of Ireland Reserve football. There was no
FC
Division
Carlow
1. Yeah,
It was involved in this year.
yeah.
It was a disaster.
FC Carlow. When you're looking
Absolute
for Shane
disaster. I
Stevens.
never forget Jim Wynn refing us against Monaghan in the cup.
Yeah, Jim Dunham and
Broke me heart.
Did he?
Jim
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Why?
Killed us. We were playing Monaghan, who were first division side in the FAI Cup, and we were beating him 1-0, and he gave me a penalty for nothing. I'll never forget.
You give a penalty for that?
Yeah, gave a penalty for nothing, drew 1-0, went to the Monaghan the following week in the best. Do you want us to leave, Mick?
Is that a penalty, Pop?
Was that what you were searching on your phone for the last 45
He's
minutes?
trying to slaughter me here.
yeah.
isn't he?
Very yoke.
This phone could go back very quickly now.
Tell me if it's a penalty.
No, ball was over the line. It's a goal. Ball was over the line.
Oh, it's play on, actually. He played
That
on.
was play on.
He played on. The defender's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he didn't see it. He was playing on, he did.
Referees are a joke. That's
League.
Yeah, no, you can miss things. That was very quick, now, in fairness.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what quick
No,
things happen.
that was very quick, yeah.
And the goalkeeper was blocking you, looking at
Like,
it.
unless the referee is standing where you're the angle you're showing me the camera, we're
Yeah,
not going to be. You're
correct.
not going to see it.
Yeah.
They're the things that catch out the referees.
Yeah.
You know, they're only human either.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And like, I'd probably biased towards referees, always will be.
But sure, you will. Sure, it's easy to know that when you get
But
upset.
that works both ways, where the coach is biased towards the player.
You'll be loyal to your players as well.
100%.
to get a happy
And I
medium.
think you have to be.
You know,
Because if you aren't, Mickey, be on the fence. And that's the worst position an allocator or an assessor could be, is on the fence.
correct, yeah.
You've got to stand behind, like you said, like we do with our players. Like, you know, even players go into the Oscars, like you treat them as you're on.
Yes,
And
correct.
I think as an assessor, even in an executive committee, you have to look after the brand, look after your own.
And you're spot on, because if you don't look after, no one else is going to look after.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you also have to realise along the way there's going to be lads who don't agree. There's going to be lads who get upset on both sides of the fence. But that's life, isn't it?
It's the same with me, who will appoint for doing the cup final.
Yeah.
You're going to have. If I hadn't, the other lads weren't disappointed, I'd be disappointed that they weren't disappointed.
Is that a big thing? Is
No,
that a big deal?
no. In fairness to the lads, every time anyone is doing a final or appointed for a final, the group will come up, and the best of luck lads will come up from every single referee in that group.
Yeah.
We wish them all the best of luck.
Rightly so, though.
And have their bit of banter as well about something, you know.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about them. They are a great bunch of lads, and they stick together. And when I asked them last year about when we were talking as an executive about using linesmen,
Yeah.
I says, no point in talking about it unless the referees are on board, you know.
Yeah, of course,
Went
yeah.
to them. They gave the commitment. And in fairness, the only match, and it was over the date that time,
That's right.
I
yeah.
stepped in, because that was the only time that someone else had to go in.
Did you get paid for that?
Of course I got. Of
course, He was like, will you leave it so?
I
2
give-
hands are out. Mill Sean's.
I gave it to Pop.
He did, yeah.
I
Can I ask you about the Oscar trainers?
Yeah.
Do you think they'll ever go back to weekend fixtures
The Oscar Traynor
to help the
herself.
players? Helps the players. It's player benefit. Like.
I think there's a rejig coming.
It
There is, yeah.
could happen. We've no control over it. Like, we don't have any control over that. It's whoever sets the. We don't do the fixtures or anything for.
Can you put a promotion or an option
Oh,
forward?
sure, of course you can do that. yes. You do that all the time. But
Well, I
like
think
then,
It's very, very hard for
we
players.
could put that forward, and then you have the leagues where they're saying, "Oh, we need our fixtures of a Sunday." You know yourself,
Yeah.
right? Like, you don't want Hanover Harps playing in July, and you know half of them are going playing football.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I think with the whole Oscar Traynor thing, I think that's an episode in itself, to be honest with you. I think that has to be looked at and rejigged. Like they've done for the last 3-4 years now, they've done the same thing. The same group, Carlow, Kilkenny, Wexford,
Yeah,
Defence Forces, and maybe Kildare or maybe Leinster Senior League, depends on if the
Yeah, they just regionalise it, like,
Yeah.
bring it down.
But
yeah.
they need to rejig that 100%.
There's a lot of leagues don't even enter it.
Well, that's wrong as well.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
No, I'm speaking from a manager's point of view, and if me and Podge get the job this year, which we'd love, to see the 2 best players in the league
Yeah,
at the dinner lunch the other night, not playing Oscar Traynor, which is Dean Kelly and Callum, not playing for your county because it's a commitment to the club.
but you see, we don't have control over
No,
that.
I understand
No,
that,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm saying from a coach point of view, if the games are on the weekend and it's not a Carlow League point of view, and it's not a dig at the Carlow League, I'm saying if they had a game, if Pat's played in your walk on Sunday,
Yeah.
and obviously you do the fixtures Thursday for Sunday week,
Yeah.
the following week, Pats are playing Critty Yard and your Walk are playing Critty Yard, and they're big games in the league campaign. They're not going to commit to the Oscar Traynor on a Wednesday night. Lads, we're doing a session on Monday night. You need to do a proper session. You need all the players in. You know that as a coach. But what I'm saying is, if there was on the following weekend and there was no club game on, for the bigger teams, people who have 3 representatives or more in the Oscar Traynor group, not call off the whole Premier League season.
Yeah, but then you have the other side of the coin is you would have teams that are going far in the LFA. You would have teams that are going far in the FAI.
It's a
I
juggle.
understand that.
There's no doubt it was
But
a juggle.
There's definitely
And
a
the
mix. There's
season is
definitely
going-
a fix has to happen.
and it's not fair.
Midweek doesn't work.
It's not fair on the teams that are expected to play every Tuesday, Wednesday, but they have to.
Yeah.
And then the other side of the coin is it's not fair on a team that hasn't played for 6 weeks to have to come out and play one of these because it's all delayed with something else.
But see that. But to be honest with you,
and it's the same. There's leagues being won. I'm not saying in Carlow, and it hasn't happened. I've seen it in Kilkenny where they've actually given walkovers because they're so long since they played.
But they're actually giving 1-alls this year. That's the thing. No, 2 teams agreeing to play in 1-all, which I think's. But what I'm saying is logistically, you can. Okay, so the season is 6 months, right? So 30 weekends, for argument's sake, right? You can only play a game on the weekend anyway, right? So 30 weekends, logistically, that's a nightmare when you're fitting everything. But for the benefit of things, so where I think Poppa's coming from, when it comes to Oscar Traynor,
I know how you're saying.
That should be a showcase game. That's your weekend game, 100%. Right? Now, if there's league games that need to be played, play them on the Wednesday.
And put the Oscar Traynor on the Sunday.
Put the Oscar Traynor on the Sunday. That's what I would say.
I'd have no issue as a manager of a club, Hanover Hearts, playing Pats on a Saturday night or Creek Yard on a Sunday morning, and then you're in, or vice versa, and you have Pats under lights Wednesday night and play the
other
game
clubs be in agreement with
that? Maybe not. No, maybe not.
But you have to. It's the whole picture you have to take in.
Well, it's the influence of the county. If they're county soccer players, county supporters, back your county.
I know that. I'm not disputing.
You ask all the clubs to play Gaelic, they'd back their county.
And we don't have any control over when the fixtures are on.
We knew that last year, so the whole debacle with Kenny and
I'm not getting under Brian right like that to do a great job. I'm just saying.
No, you take the defence
to make
force.
It stand out, to make it a privileged game.
The defence forces last year. The defence forces played 3 teams. 3 teams. They played their 3rd team the first day, their 2nd team the 2nd day, and their 1st team against you.
See the difference in the game.
The difference in exactly right. So they are probably in the same boat saying that they played so well against Carlow or whatever. If they had their 1st team out for the 2 games, they could have been in the final. Could have went the whole way.
Yeah.
But their 1st team were away on an international tournament, actually, in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And
but I'm talking about the Carlow League point of view.
Yeah.
I have to have Dean Kelly in the team.
I'm not disputing it for a minute.
Your Callum Warfields or whoever other good players are out there and didn't play. Because you have to have the best 20 players in that group. If one gets injured and they can't play for a few weeks, that's fine. But to not have the likes of them, that's like.
Yeah, but you're
Robbie,
not.
You're name without the flake.
Ah, man.
You're not always going to get it anyway.
No, I understand that.
Not.
But you have a better chance of getting it.
No, but it is a logistic nightmare. Like it genuinely.
It's a minefield.
Yeah. It is logistic.
You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't.
Yeah, I know.
But that goes back to the whole thing. Listen, I don't know about Papa. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do Brian's job. I wouldn't do what you do. I wouldn't do what all. I wouldn't do it, lads. Go away, will ye?
It's hard.
No, you're
it's
in a bad.
Tough.
You're right, because when Brian does the fixtures and Brian and myself will be working together as regards referees. Brian have on fixtures, obviously, if there's no referees, and vice versa. I'd be looking like I don't want referees idle for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
saying fixtures. Brian works grand. He does the fixtures 100%. No complaints. We've no complaints about it because he's a hard job.
Oh, I know that.
He has a hard job. Yeah. It's not easy. He juggle it. Then he's getting phone calls and, we're not going to play Sunday. We can't play. We have a wedding, but they wouldn't take their free day.
Yeah, but he is very. To be fair to him, you could say what you want. He's extremely accommodating, lads.
He does his best for you.
He always will do his best for you, and he treats everyone the same.
But his hands are tied as well, Podge.
Yeah,
3 days. You can't just give Hanover 2 free days and give Bagnallstown 5 free days.
Well, come here. He knows how. He knows how to say no. As well, do you know what I mean? 100%.
And rightly so.
And that's what makes him fair to everyone, I think. Come here, I'm going to ask you this. What qualities must every referee have, do you think?
First of all, as I said earlier, he has to be fit. He has to have a good knowledge of the laws of the game.
He rules us out straight away.
And he definitely has to use common sense. One of the most important parts of refereeing, and it's not in the rule book, is common sense.
Where does it come into play? If you're so
sense.
rule driven, it should be overriding common sense.
Every handball is not a yellow card. Every tackle in the box when you give a penalty is not a yellow card. You get referees, if there's a tackle in the box, they're given a yellow card for every tackle in the box.
Because it's in the box.
Correct.
But common sense, like, you should be like...
every tackle is not.
I gotcha.
You don't. If you give a penalty, I haven't seen our lads giving penalties, no card, and the lads are all in, where's the card, ref? Where's the card, ref?
Yeah.
You don't have to give a yellow card every time there's a tackle in the box. You don't have to. And the same as Double Jeopardy. Everyone gets mixed up with Double Jeopardy.
What is Double Jeopardy? That was a game show on Challenge, no? Double Jeopardy.
Double Jeopardy. Double Jeopardy is where they said you can't be punished twice.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You can't be punished
Stupid
twice.
word.
But people have it all wrong because the rule on Double Jeopardy is, first of all, if Dogso occurs anywhere outside the box, it's a red card.
yeah,
There's no
Dogso.
dispute, right? Where the clubs are getting mixed up is, if I'm going through on goal, Pop makes a genuine attempt to play the ball. Would he takes me down? That's a Dogso situation, right? He only gets a yellow card and a penalty because you made a genuine attempt to play the ball. But what you must remember is pushing, pulling, dragging or striking, Double Jeopardy doesn't apply. It's a straight red. The only Double Jeopardy is a genuine attempt to play the ball.
Yeah.
And people are thinking, if I'm
But
going
that's
through,
so
you
broad, though, Mick.
pull
That
my
is so
jersey.
broad.
Yeah?
That's so broad.
Yeah.
Like, so if Poppa's going through one goal, right?
Yeah.
He's in the penalty box. I finally caught up with him, right? Because he slowed down now. He's 53,
Yeah.
and I come in,
73, you wouldn't catch me, but
and I come in from behind
Yeah.
on the floor to make a genuine attempt.
Yeah.
Is that not a red card, no? Even though I made a genuine attempt.
No, it's only a yellow card if you make a genuine
Well,
attempt to play the
cut him
ball.
down from the back.
from
Or if you
behind.
come in from behind, if you come from
Yeah.
behind, it's a red card. You
Even
can't-
though I genuinely tried to get the ball.
No, but you're not because you're going through him to get the ball. 'cause it's
Exactly.
From behind.
Okay.
Don't forget that.
So that's what I mean. It is fairly
No
broad.
rules,
then.
No, where the referees get all, where the referees are getting all the hassle is they're giving yellow cards, and rightly so, for on the ground. But if you pull a player down by the jersey, they're all shouting in, sure you can't red card them. Well, it is a red card.
It is, yeah, because it's
Pull, push.
yeah. Because
Dragon.
there's no attempt to play the ball,
Correct.
and no one actually knows. I didn't even know that until there. No.
Has to be a genuine attempt to play the ball.
Yeah.
That's it. Now, as I said long ago, that's the problem a lot of people have, the rules.
Yeah. They
I
don't
know
know.
you can say it's easy for me to know because I have to eat the book.
Well, you had the Pats and York game in the semi-final of the Cup
Which one?
on the Sunday morning.
The Premier
Premier
semi-final.
semi-final, was it?
Pats and you.
York won 1-0, was a penalty.
Well, it wasn't a penalty, but yeah.
No, it wasn't
No,
that. It wasn't
no.
that. No. It was up in Hanover and Pats, sorry.
Semi-final of the Carlow Cup.
Yeah, that was the Carlow
It was a
Cup, wasn't
massacre, yeah.
it? That was the morning New York were playing the final in.
Yeah,
in Clody.
correct. Yeah.
I was up at that, all right, yeah. You weren't at that, were you?
I was in America or
I
something.
was thinking that, all right.
Yeah.
It was quite.
Really as fog gone again. Where I forget what I was going to ask you. Where are you with referees now? Like, are we good for volumes? Everything is okay? No issues through the divisions?
No, we're good at the moment. We've a couple of young lads coming in, like Phil is young, Shane Farrell's coming in. He's going to be another good one.
Shane Farlow, no? Shane Farlow, no? Where's he
Nurney.
from?
Yeah, he's very good.
Okay.
He's going to be good. Yeah, no, we don't like throwing names around either.
Yeah,
like
of
it's not
course,
fair on the rest of them.
Mm.
Like we have to, like the Mixie is still there, Asher's still there.
Would you encourage lads to get involved?
Yeah, I think it's a great way. After finishing playing,
Mm.
no, I know you left the coaching for a while, and then you went back to it. Obviously, the
Took a
love of the
break.
game. You know, you didn't want to see Hanover going down the drain.
No,
Yeah, that's what I mean. The pool is there the whole time, isn't it?
that's right.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
going to watch games.
Yeah.
I go to neutral games all the time. I just love the game. Soccer.
No, I
That's
go
it.
to a lot of games. I take the photographs now. We're around, look at the games, you know.
Mm.
And you usually have a lad chawing my ear about something happening, you know.
Do you find that difficult when you go to games and there's someone over chawing
Yes,
your ear?
I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, say
Yeah.
it there now. Tell the world.
Yeah.
Stop fucking
well,
going to
the word.
That's an advertisement. It'll be more lads trying.
Yeah, I know, yeah. It's the
10
worst
lads
thing you
around
could have said, yeah. I want to wish you continued success, yourself and the Carlow League. I've made it very clear, I think we have made it very clear that I think you're doing a great job.
Thanks very much, lads.
I think Carlow soccer, although I wouldn't agree with everything, I think it's an extremely strong place. I think it's, in my opinion, it's the best I've ever seen it.
It's brilliant. Yeah.
And I'm talking committee wise and what you're doing, right? Do you want Pop?
Look, sir, the way around the dinner dance tonight is a reflection of how strong the league is, or the people who's running it is in a great position. We have
Big one
many
next year.
discussions with the Oscar trainers and that, and hopefully we'll have one early this year to get our plan in place. We won't get a couple of weeks' notice.
Let's
we
see
need
if we
more
get
than
the
that.
job.
Yeah, that's what we get. But whoever gets it should. Like, if it's not me and Podge, whoever gets it. My opinion is there always should be an Oscar Traynor team in Carlow. There's too many good players not to play Oscar Traynor. But for me, look, I have no slate on referees. I'm a very opinionated person, and I love giving me opinion. And I have so much respect for referees. I play golf with some of them, older and younger. Go on holidays as older and younger, and I've great crack with them. But it's no reflection of what I think of referees. I have so much respect for them. I love having a discussion with referee. I get heated sometimes. That's part of my DNA as my coach. But personally, absolutely no problem with any referee or anybody in the sideline whatsoever. And
yeah, I don't have any problem. There's a thin line between. What would I say? There's a very thin line between aggression and what's the word I'm looking for?
Being normal.
constructive criticism.
You know, when you're egging on your team, like.
Or encouragement.
Encouraging. There's a thin line, like it can be a thin line between aggression and encouragement, like, you know.
I don't think there is, Mick. I don't think there's a thin line between that. I would say there's definitely a thin line between insanity and
passion and aggression.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
passion and aggression is the one I'm looking for.
But to
like,
be,
you were passionate. He could be aggressive. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think to be passionate, you need a bit of aggression.
Yeah, but it's the way, as the fellas, is the way you tell him.
It is.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
But you have to understand.
Well, you got to be passionate, but you have to control your aggression as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I'm looking for.
You're never going to fucking strike a
But
referee around.
Also have to understand.
No.
And as a coach, from a referee, speak to referee, and from referee speaking to a coach, you also have to understand that not everyone carries the message the same. Like, I would project on the sideline completely different than you would project on the sideline.
Or he is two good coaches.
And referees are the same.
Deliverance.
Yeah, 100%. Referees are the very same. Before we finish, Kennedy Cup this week.
Yeah.
Got off to a win this morning. They're playing Wicklow. I don't know what the score is. I'll check it in a minute. But they won 1-0. Very best of luck to them. I think they were bet actually. Donegal bet them 1-0 last night, I think, in the Bet Sligo Leitrim this morning. Check the connect there, Papa, will you?
You talk away, Podge.
The Gainer Cup. Congratulations on a great week. I seen Emily Carpenter's goal. I don't know if you've seen it. She scored a goal. She should definitely get goal in the tournament. With unbelievable strike. Congratulations to them on a fantastic week, and to the management team there as well, Alan.
Who did they beat? Sligo Leitrim.
The best Sligo Leitrim this morning, but they're playing there at 6 o'clock. I'd say it's over now. What was the score?
Not up yet.
Should be there, bud.
It's not up yet.
Is it on Connect?
It is on. Papa can't use the Connect. He has his spud for.
Oh no, the Bet Wicklow 4-2.
The Bet Wicklow 4-2.
4-2,
Brilliant.
yeah.
Just go into the group there, Papa. Or is that leave them in the group?
Table. So they're second. Donegal is on 9, Carlow's on 6,
Brilliant.
Wicklow's
So
on
they're
3,
going to
Sligo
second
Leitrim
place
on
competition.
second
Fantastic.
place.
Brilliant.
Well done.
Best of luck tomorrow on your quarter final of that. Mick, thanks so much for coming on. I genuinely appreciate it, and I do genuinely wish you all the best. And I hope the perception you had of us has changed, because I know you fucking hate us.
Viewer does. I'd say he hates me still.
I don't know.
Thanks to Amplified lads there, Paddy and James and the whole team. Thanks very much. And the support of the listeners, the feedback from last week is absolutely unbelievable. If we'd done that every week, we'd be fucking flying, wouldn't we? And as always, Papa, it's not my podcast.
Not my podcast.
It's Carlow Soccer's podcast. It's your podcast, lads. Good luck and God bless.
Brilliant.
No, thanks, Reg.
That was really enjoyable. Yeah.
That's full time on this week's episode of the How Is He podcast. Available on all podcasting platforms. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter/X. Proudly sponsored by Ampifi. Got a story to tell? A voice that needs to be heard? Get in touch with us here in Ampifi, Carlow Town's professional home for podcasters of all kinds. We can be found on Instagram at Ampifi Podcast Studio. Ampifi, power up your podcast.